What's going on, everybody? Camera's very bright. Yeah. There we go. How's everyone doing? Can't wait to get rid of these glasses. LASIK is on the 1st. Hey, Cosmo, what's up? Let's see. Saiku, MBG, Connor. How's everyone doing? Yeah. Go on vacation next day. All right, yeah, you're going to, can't remember. But somewhere cool. Was it Paris? One feels like... Oh, Italy, right. Yeah, I'm doing good. Just continuing to grind away at Starground. I will not say anything, because I don't think I should yet, but there is some discussion with some stuff with Starground with somebody. I will reveal more info when I am able to. But yeah. But it's going good otherwise. Today I would kind of like to just continue what we've been doing. You know? Polish the game. Fix more bugs. You know. All the stuff. Markiplier plays Starground? No. I did not. But it's okay. What would you do if it rains cheese? I would eat it. I'd just go, and eat all the cheese that rains down. I think that would be my solution. Let's go. I do need to set up some kind of like... I'm going to see if I can. We're going to open up Stream Deck and see if I can set up an automated button that enables cheese time and pauses Spotify. Right? Because that's what I want. Stream Deck is not opening though. Uh-oh. There we go. It always asks me to log into an account. I click it, I log in. Actually, wait, I screwed up. Into it there. Continue. Allow. Open. Okay. So now I'm in Stream Deck. Oh my God, get out of here, confetti. Well, let me close everything. Okay. 7 days I still runs horribly. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm sorry, I exposed the 7 days to die DM. So we can create a multi-action, I think? And this lets us do multiple things. So there's all these things that we can do. I have like a thing where I can control OBS stuff. So let's see. Browser source, filter toggle. Hotkey trigger, image settings. Remote recording, no. I guess just source visibility. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me. Oh. We'll do that later. I have to put in passwords and stuff. Don't want to do that right now. But yeah. Anyways. But yeah, I will get around to that maybe one day. I mean, I'd like to do it, but... Oh, so what's up, 10th Time Man? How's it going? Yeah, oh right, that's the last thing we're doing. We were cleaning up the alpha testers list. I did not get around to actually doing that, so that's unfortunate. Um, it's okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I do need to, I exposed them again, I'm sorry. Let me go to... Yeah, we had this big list of all the alpha testers, so I need to, do that. Actually, there's one thing I gotta check on my desktop. Let me do that for 1 second. I need to hide this. Let me get rid of that. Okay, we're good to go now. So this is all the alpha testers. We do also have these ones in here, which some are kind of specifically formatted. So essentially we need to merge these ones into here. And it's a lot, it's a freaking ton to get through. So it's gonna take a while. We'll start to do that. There's alpha testers in Ocean Trench. The Void from Starground? No way. Who copied your name? Who? Oh, this guy? I don't know. There are some in here that I am gonna have to fix. Like, where is it? This one. The second person to make a Starground mod. Let's get rid of that. The IRS. Some of these are kind of like probably not what you would want. So any that I have down here, I'll try to use these instead, because these are more specific. Like everybody here, I think I asked. But let's just go through the list. So we have Zen. Okay, see, we have it in both spots. So I'm gonna remove the duplicates from the bottom. We also have Oshik there already. Do we have Venom? Venom, you know that one. Let's get rid of Venom. Delirium. Do not have Delirium. Wait, it's not there? Interesting. Interesting. That's fine, I'll just put it there. Squamto. And if anyone has specific requests about how you want your name like formatted in this, please let me know. This is something I can always change way later, you know, so it's not like it's not a one-time thing. I can easily change this later, so don't worry about it. Yeah, a lot of these should be already done. Slimy is just in there. I think Season is probably already in the list. Yep. Sasha Sad Cherries. Delete that one. Red stuff. It's here somewhere. I'm not seeing it though. Oh, there's only one? No, there it is. Okay, I was like, who? Yeah, this is gonna take a while. This is the list of all the alpha testers for the game, and I'm putting the final list into the game because this will never change again, because there's no more alpha testing. Balkoon. Pinhu. That's probably in both. Don't see it in both. Oh yeah, there it is. I guess I'll keep the one with the O. Yeah, there's a lot to get through. I just don't want to leave anyone out though and miss anything, so I can't even find that one. Oh, it's Polx, right? Yeah. Yeah, some of these I don't know, like, what it is. So, I don't know. Also, Frisco. Let's replace that. Exclusive list for the cool kids, yeah. Yeah, you're in there. You're up in here. I already got through. You're right here. That one I just have Ollie, which is you, Saiku. What do you want for your thing, Saiku? Anything specific? See, I don't know who this is, who P0LX is. Right? So this is the only issue with this system. Some people might actually have a... Oh, your friend, okay. Cool. Oli Fusion. And if anyone wants their normal name in here, totally welcome to do that too. Like, honestly, any name you want in here, totally welcome to do whatever, right? Yeah, I'll just put Big Email in there. We got the GOAT MBG. That's my brother. I'll probably just do. We already had Lemur, I think. Yeah. To change Quakes to okay. I think MVG's already in there. IP freely? Is that a name in here? Comes with Primos on the credits? I don't think he is. He's never played the game or anything. But I could add him in if you want. Well, he'll be in the special thanks. The other thing to keep in mind, some people may have potentially left the Discord server, because that's how I got all these names down here, right? Or these names up here, I mean. So anytime that I don't see it up in here, I'm just gonna do it here, you know, grab it from down below, just in case. And if I ever do miss a name, anyone's totally welcome to let me know. It's just hard to keep track of when people leave the server and stuff, you know. Holvol. Holvol was the first person in the Discord server, which is crazy. First person besides me, of course, but and you know Ace and all those people, but okay, Funkoid, didn't we already have it up there? I'll just do Funkoid instead of, yeah. Flaming Thunder. See, I only see... There's just Flaming. I'm assuming that's Flaming Thunder. So I'll put it in there. Oh, you're one of the first Twitch subs. Oh yeah, you were. Totally remember that. Ah, your subs expired, yeah. Well, I still appreciate it. Fair Shooter, I don't see anywhere. I'm assuming that's fair, though. Polish translation. I'll just do that. So what do we got? Hey! Saiku. Thank you. Well, there you go. You got your sub back. Let's get some confetti going. There we go. I appreciate it, Saiku. Gum Supreme, the special thanks for spiritual support. For listening to his musical deving. Yeah, we'll have to do that. Oh, wash a check. Yeah, we have fair shooter. We're almost there. It's not that many, but elite pancake. Got that. Ayo! Thank you, some person, for the resub. Let's go. I can actually use the confetti now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What is this? You'll have limited time. Oh, because the hype train or whatever. That's crazy. Did not expect a hype train going right now. Instructor Vale. We got that. Derager. Dead Roz. Right there. Oops. Cryptic Cosmo. Cluck. Wonder if I'm in this list. No, I don't think I am. Shindrak. I guess I'll capitalize it. Oh god. What have I done? Help. How do I get out? Help me. Oh, thank god. Okay. We're good. Campake. I do not see them, and I don't see like any other version of it, so I'm just gonna put it in the list. Dogi, it's in there. Blick chart paper. I don't see any. Oh, yeah, there it is. Then I think we got Blazors. Yeah. Black Citadel. Got that. Almost there. I don't know, my 7th anniversary will go through. It's supposed to be today. Oh, yeah. Epic. Is it just like a. Do you have it for automatic resub or what? Beta tester. Asto Quack. Capitalize it. Ash Tall. Maybe just Ash. Yeah. I guess I'll just leave it as that. Aoro. What's in there? Bowser Nator. And the final. Squishy Fishy. Alright, so this is our list of alpha testers. They're all in here, I believe. So yeah. Make sure I didn't do a duplicate. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Wholesome dudes, what's up? Apples? I love apples. Beta tester? No. These are alpha testers. The beta will be coming out on Wednesday. About 3 months, so it should be the start of the second. Oh, okay, epic. Well, I appreciate it. Zane has a weird question mark symbol, so I'm just gonna get rid of that because it's like weird. Dev Ninja, I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, anyone ever wants this changed, let me know and I will change it. But we should be good to go. Let me give you $500. That's a lot of money. You don't have to give me $500. It's game over / Ollie. I'll just do it's game over. I want these names to be kind of like not formatted for Discord, you know what I mean? So I'm getting rid of all the extra bits. But that looks good to me. I did delete the period. Do you want the period or what? Because the S is at the start of my last name. Yeah, I mean, it's just Connor, like, Jesse S, for example. I can keep the period if you want. Alright, this list looks good to me. Now we can put it into here. There we go. Are those all the translators also? I believe so, but let me make sure. We'll just go to translator, chat, and then we can see who's a translator. Usually I'm always pretty good about the translator people, but... Let's see, where is it? Translation. So these are all the translators. So Oshik, Pinhu, yeah. Kind of looking for anyone that might not already be in there. Zen. Dark. Emer. Eugene, Cosmo. Oh. Almost forgot. We need Devninya in there. Where is Devninya? You guys see it? Oh, right there. Devninya. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Shooter. Frisco. Blotto. Yeah, that looks like everybody to me. Zernos. Oh, that's Samuel, yeah. Yeah, okay. We're good to go. Talking about Zen, it's been a while since I've seen him popping up around there. Yeah, it's been a while. I don't know what Zen's up to, but hopefully Zen's doing good. Make me that one person? Okay. There we go. I'm also going to sort this by alphabetical. Just because it's easier to find your name if you can sort, you know, or read it alphabetically. Alphabetical sorting. Alphabetize. Okay, so that's mostly right. Did it get rid of spaces between all of these commas? Oh no. Hold on, let's undo that. I don't want it to get rid of the spaces. Separate terms with a comma. It's weird. Yeah, this isn't doing what I want. Whatever. We don't need to alphabetize it, right? It's like a hunt. You gotta find it. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Special thanks. I guess I'll add my brother. And we are good to go. Alrighty. So that's done. It's just one random thing I wanted to do, you know. So let me mark that. Update the list of alpha testers. Alrighty. So, I don't even know what bugs I'm going to be fixing today. I don't really know of any like big bugs right now. If anyone knows of any, let me know. But it's gonna be kind of hard to figure out what to do right now. Because it's like too close to release for anything big, but kind of far away to where like I still have a little bit of time. So I'm kind of in a weird in-between zone, you know? Yeah, last stream we got all the underground belts working much better, which is good. And those seem to be working really reliably. I left the game open for like, I don't know, ever since the last stream until now. And it didn't, you know, have any problems, so that's good. Looks like loading and saving it is totally fine. I don't see any weirdness with the underground belts. Sounds good. Maybe we could always spend time optimizing more, yeah. That is something that we can always do, and would be good for release too. But I think we're looking good here. We could try. There's a few things that we could try and do in time. Good thing is that if it doesn't work out or if we can't get it done in time, we can just make it not accessible, right? So that it doesn't break the game. Oh yeah, blobs of water. We need to do that. Also, wait, what's up, Debato? I just don't want items to fade away over time. I do not want items to fade away, no. The route I've gone with items in Starground so far is that items are permanent. You can never get rid of items unless you shred them, right? So even if like you break stuff, the items will stay there forever. So like, okay, if I drop this, that'll be here forever. It even gets saved when you save the game. These items will always be around, right? It's different from a game like Minecraft, where the items will eventually despawn. Maybe at some point I will have an option for having items despawn, just in case you're playing with a lot of people or you have a lot of items around, you know? But I think it's fine, though. I'd rather be more accepting of items than the opposite, you know? I don't want to delete items very often. People do have to be careful about dropping items in the dungeon, though. Those items will get deleted. Yeah, let me read chat. So what's up, 9964? Yes, I did create this game. This is Starground. It's coming out Wednesday. The shredder from that turtle movie and shit. Yeah, totally the same shredder. Yeah, early access. Okay. Started a bit late today. It did, yeah. I do apologize. There's a lot of things going on right now. Things that I cannot disclose either. It's kind of, I probably could disclose it, but I don't want to just in case until it's actually gone through, right? But there's some things I've been working on regarding Starground outside of just development. So I had to send a message over that, and also planning a 7 Days to Die stream. So I do apologize that it started late. I try not to start too late. It's just hard sometimes when I've got so many things I've got to get done. But yeah. Make sure you say early access so people don't think it's the final product. That's true. I mean, it'll be on the Steam page that it's early access, so. Not a job application, actually. Something better than that. You'll find out soon enough. As long as everything is good and it goes through, so. You'll see. Are these games categories as 2D? Yeah, it's definitely a 2D game. Yeah, you look at them from above. What I'd classify this as a top-down 2D. There's really a few main perspectives of 2D. One I can think of is isometric 2D. Right? So this is like one variant of 2D, where it's kind of at like a 45-degree angle, like this. Another one is this game, which is top-down 2D. and this is like from the top, like this. And that's what Starground is, you know, or Stardew Valley. I'm sure you've seen that game. Sproutlands. What's Sproutland? That was an asset pack. Yeah, and then you have your 2D side scroller, and this is the other variant. This is where you view everything from the side. This actually looks pretty good. But yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, those are the main ones I can think of in terms of 2D perspective. There probably are some weird, wacky ones that are more than that, but yeah. Oh yeah, Hades. Yeah, Hades is good. You think you already know what it is? Well, we'll see. We'll see. You're welcome to put in your guesses, but I can't confirm or deny anything until the time has arrived, so. Godot is the goat of 2D. It's pretty good for 2D. What I love about Godot, though, is you can do 3D, too, so. I actually have a wild idea. I want Starground to have an arcade machine in the Space Hub, and you can play a 3D game in Starground. So yeah. It would be really fun. That's a lot of work. I'm not gonna do that right now, but it would be really fun to have a game in a game, you know? Just like a little arcade game, you know, like the one in Stardew Valley, the cowboy shooting game. But I kind of want to do like a 3D game in Starground. I think it'd be kind of fun. Yeah, 2D side scroll. Oh yeah, Cuphead. Yeah. I haven't messed with it too much because I keep falling asleep trying to read the documents. Oh, with yeah, Godot. Am I gonna get more friends to help work in the game? I will refrain from making any comments on anything for that. Depends on what you mean. Just gonna read the documents. It's hard to read documents, but I recommend it. I was talking about this last stream, but it's so good to be able to read through documentation and understand what it's trying to tell you, because once you know how to do that, it's, oh man, you learn so much faster. Cuphead is a banger game, if you ask me. Yeah, it's game ever created in Unity. It is pretty cool. I do have to grab it and try it out. I just haven't yet, but I definitely will try and do that at some point once I actually have some time. But hopefully that'll be coming up. Okay, actually one bug I can think of that is in the game, which shouldn't be too bad to fix, is this bug. Where if you hold an item in your hand and then you drop it, the item's still in your hand. So we actually need to fix that. It's just visual, it doesn't mean anything, but, you know, I want to fix the bugs where I can. Gaming update has the Easter egg Pony Rocket. Which supports people can control robots to do nothing but walk and arcade games. That'd be fun. Oh, excuse me. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna... Twitch integration would be really cool someday, but it's kind of hard to do. Well, not super hard, but harder. I don't know. We'll see. I may get around to that someday. Yeah, mainly develop it solo. So I've done all the art, I've done all the programming, I've done all the sounds. Only thing that I haven't done specifically is music and like, I guess concept art for enemy design. That's pretty much the only things. But other than that, everything has been me, including like the devlogs and stuff. So some of those have been edited by other people, but you know, I'm always the guy, the figure, the action figure, if you will. Yeah. Right now, the only thing plastic does is make the Godot plush. I do want to add a use for plastic, I just don't know yet. It is kind of something I'd like to do soon. Actually, that's not true. Plastic is used in the electric furnaces, so it's used in some places, but I want more. It's always good to have as many as I can. And I just want more uses for all the oil stuff, I think, is what we need right now. Oil's good and all. It's using fuel cell plastic. I would like more oil-related recipes. Problem is I just need to think of more buildings that use it. I think actually, doesn't the Thumper use plastic? Let me confirm this. Plastic and rotors. Let's get this research going. I need to make rotors, because I don't have any. Let's not make bombs. Let's go and do rotors. I'm gonna need steel. I need gears. Always need more gears. And wires. Alright. Now we let that bake. Sam does music. Chat sometimes helps with coding issues. That's true. Yeah. Where's my researcher? Oh, yeah. Thinking about that. I'm gonna have it. Oh, using up all my wisdom. Sorry. Reference to the Tree of Wisdom in a little gumbo track? I can't believe this. Yeah, I may get around to some more optimization today for stuff. Just, you know, it's never a bad thing ever to make your game run faster, right? No one is going to complain if your game runs better, so... it's always a good thing that I can work on, you know? Okay, so here's my mad plan. This is a really basic automated setup. Now you put in your ingredients, and they will automatically do the thing. Now, the problem is all of them will go in here, yeah, until it's full, and then we're good. Okay. And as soon as this plastic is done, actually, I can't test it because I don't have any more plastic, but the idea is that if you have enough plastic going through here, then you're good to go. Welcome to that line. You did, it's crazy. She's still on cooldown? I don't think the cooldown's... I think the cooldown's like 10 minutes or something. It's not like super long. That. I'm using up all my wisdom. Got a bunch of people joining the Discord, probably because it's releasing soon. Alright, now I want to watch and see this happen. But yeah, as soon as this is... Well, these will just stay in here, but you'll see. As soon as these are done, it'll start putting rotors into the researchers, so, yeah. Good stuff. Hey, what's up? I've been thinking about getting a Godot. Yeah, I'd recommend it. I really like Godot. I think it's a great engine. I've really enjoyed using it. It's being able to do absolutely everything that I could ever want to do, which is always great. I think I have the game quiet, don't I? Yeah, I do. But it's great. I love Godot. You can do multiplayer, you can do 3D, 2D. I mean, basically anything you can imagine. Any argument about Godot being incapable is just not true. Because you can do anything in Godot. I find it funny that that's the question people always ask about Godot for some reason. It's like, can you make so-and-so in Godot? Because the answer is yes to everything. You can make it. There's no limitation, you know? The only thing I would say is just like, there are engines better suited towards specific things. It doesn't mean Godot can't do it, but for example, like if you want to, you know, AAA graphics, then I would use Unreal, right? Godot graphics are totally fine. There's nothing wrong with them, but I wouldn't say that they're the best top-notch, you know? At least for 3D. Obviously, 2D graphics don't really mean much. Is I getting some lag? No. Oh, that is because I moused over the thing, but it's not. So yeah, I'm just going to load up a bunch of materials so we can get these researches going. It's actually a nice little setup because I can just be like, oh, let's see, do that one, start it. Should start to take the bricks. Oh yeah, it's still transferring the steel, that's why. Let's just put the bricks straight in there. And now it starts that. Yeah, I'm just gonna do all the research because why not, right? The electric furnaces, we need plastic and processors. So let's get started on that. Here. Processors are here. Let's take this stuff out. I don't know why my game is kind of lagging today. It's never this laggy off stream. It's just because my graphics card is encoding the stream right now. It tends to lag it a tiny bit. It's not the worst thing ever, but also we got cheese now. Let's do some processors. What's up, LD Pizza? Game looks awesome. I appreciate it. Use a little Unity, a little Game Maker, a little Unreal. My goal is to find right fit for my style of game I'm looking to make. Yeah, nice. That's a good thing to do, honestly. Like, I always recommend, like, if you're starting out and you want to, like, learn more about engines and pick one for a game, just try them all, you know? There's no downside. So I think that's great, yeah. It's, you know, always a good thing to just try them out and find what you like the most. There's absolutely no harm in that. See, I can just load this up with all the stuff I want. Like, I'll put rotors in, and then I can just be like, okay, let's do that one now. Oh, but see, sometimes this is one issue I may have to fix. It starts, like, putting an item in before it's done on the research. It's a little funky, but... yeah, I don't know what the solution is to that. Shut up. Don't update my computer. I do need to update my computer, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, Morris, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Figured I'd start in 2D, due to simplicity and being able to do the art myself. So my practice monitor. Yeah, absolutely, I would say. 2D is a lot easier in a lot of ways. Although, you know, 3D is a lot easier in a lot of other ways. You know, there's pros and cons to both. One thing that's great about 3D is it's so easy to animate. Animating in 3D is way easier than animating in 2D. Because you just control the bits, move the keyframes around, and like you can do it. 2D, every time you want to animate any kind of movement, you have to redraw the entire sprite, and it really sucks. So I kind of hate animating in 2D, but of course it is necessary for games that are 2D. So there's pros and cons. Well, you know, I will say it's much faster to do just a regular sprite in 2D versus having to model it in 3D. So yeah, pros and cons, you know. But 2D, I would say overall is quite a bit easier. You also don't have to worry about the third axis of like spatial positioning, you know, which is always good. So I do want to check. I guess when this is done, it'll just show nothing in there. Yeah, which is fine. Made an anime text editor in Godot. Why? Just because it's epic. Yeah. All right, so that's gonna go. In this system, I could also expand out. No, I couldn't. That's fine. This isn't the best way to do this. It's better just to have a conveyor go down the center and then it goes around in a loop, but this is temporary, you know. Animation can be easy in both if you do procedural animations. That's true, yeah. It really heavily depends on the style of the game too. Like for something that's a more traditional 2D, like especially pixel art, it doesn't look that good if you use like 2D rigging. It just looks kind of trashy. So yeah. But you know, if you use you can do like kinematic 2D stuff, and that works pretty well for a lot of games, and it makes it way easier to animate things. So it's not the worst. It depends, you know. And yeah, you can do procedural with 3D too. Really easy to do it that way. But yeah. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, how is that game coming along? I joined the Discord server a while. Yeah, synthetic selection. I never got selected for the alpha, but oh well. But it seems like a cool game. I hope one day I'll get invited into the alpha, but don't think it's gonna happen. Uh-oh. Huh? Oh, what? Okay, so there's a logic issue here. I don't know why this is happening, but essentially it's just instantly taking the plastic back out of the researcher. Which I thought I set it up so that can take was false. But I have to look at that code because this is the wrong behavior. It's just going in a loop forever. But this is exactly why I'm testing this, you know, and making sure that it behaves how I want. So, okay, it's just going in a loop. I think what's happening is that can take is set to true. So I'm gonna say if the item is null, I'm gonna say can take is false because there's no item. And that should fix it. Yeah, that fixed it. Alright, yeah, just a minor thing. I think what was happening was technically it would remove the item on the same frame, and so it never had a chance to actually check if there was an item in its inventory. But yeah. Yeah, 6K hours below. I do, yeah. You can pay to get access on the Patreon. I didn't know that. Here's my water. Good. I need to like 3D print a little cup holder for my water bottle. That'd be kind of nice. And then you can see once it's done researching, it takes the plastic back out and puts it back into the chest. So that's the behavior I want. It allows us to automate research, which is super important for something like mining laser power, which is infinite, obviously, so that'll go on forever. And I want to make sure that if it goes on forever, that you can automate it forever. So, yeah, that's good stuff. I guess I'll save the game. I finished all the researches. I do need to add more research, you know. I would like to flesh out the automation stuff even more, but I just, you know, working away at it slowly. I mean, if anyone has ideas for like a machine or something that we could add before early access, I'm totally welcome to hear it out. Because I really would love a use for plastic in somewhere, you know. I think it would be a good thing to have. I just don't know where I would use it though. And it's fine in decorations and stuff. I just kind of wish it was used in a more functional build. I do use it in the thumper and the electric furnace, which is good, but I think it would just be always good to have more uses for it. And rotors are used for a few things. I think what I really need is a research that uses plastic, you know, like an infinite research. Because using rotors, that's like a really copper-heavy research, which is great. Because rotors use 2 wires. What do rotors use again? Let me go check. Okay, so rotors actually use steel, so that's a steel... Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it'd be cool to have something that's like an infinite oil research, though, you know? I don't know what that would be. Maybe that's what the collector efficiency one would be. Which I think I can get done in time before early access. Let me actually write that down, though. But yeah, was there something I was gonna fix? Oh, right. The item dropping and not updating. That's no big deal. Hopefully it's no big deal. Let's go play. Oh. Man. Let's see. So I'm starting with a canvas management game. Okay, okay. I do iterations in different styles. I work in the industry IRL and want to use my knowledge to try to better land canvas. Yeah. That sounds cool. I'd definitely give it a try. Am I working with the clone or suing him? What's the... You keep referencing a clone. What is that in reference to? Like, which clone? Plastic handles? I don't know what plastic handles would do, though. Typically, I like all of my researches to kind of... Oh, that's what you're talking about. No, it has nothing to do with that. Yeah, typically though, with all like the items that you can craft, I'd like it to be transformed into a different item. So, for example, like the rotor, even though it has steel gears and wire, it's like a totally different item. It transforms it. Same with the processor. With the wires and iron, it turns into a whole different item. So with something like plastic, I don't really want any recipes that just shapes it. And I mean, I do have the basic gear and wire, so you know, maybe I am, you know, not totally right. But the thing with these is it's kind of like more base level. And these are components for a lot of other things. I don't know how I would use plastic handles or where I would use plastic handles. But I do want something kind of like that with plastic, though. Plastic is already the like intermediate product with oil, like it's already been processed. So you could equate plastic to being a gear or like a wire. So I just need a good use for plastic somewhere. Quick question. What in the translation sheet should I actually do? Is it everything other than the depreciated one? Yeah, basically that's what should be done. The guide, I've decided to not translate anymore because it's fine, but it's honestly really out of date. I have like keybinds in here, but we don't need that anymore since you can now just go to options and go to controls and see all the keybinds. So there's a lot of them where this isn't really necessary anymore. And nobody reads it anyways. I've watched so many videos of people play the game and they never read the guide. And I don't blame them, you know? Like, this is the thing, like, a lot of it is me having to see what works and what doesn't. If they don't use it, like, that's totally fine. It just is telling me, though, that this isn't very useful. So I think I'll probably deactivate the guide, or at least, like, I don't know. It's so out of date, I think I will deactivate it. Because obviously it's not translated to any of the languages, right? So, not that good. Yeah, languages, I added the percents. That's all looking pretty good, though. Chinese, though, is pretty not translated. That's, I think, the lowest one out of all of them. That and Portuguese. Portuguese is kind of low. So, but, you know, there's nothing I can do about it, and that's the thing. It's like, would I like to have it all translated? Absolutely. But yeah, there's a lot that just doesn't get translated. So it is what it is, you know. But yeah, the guide doesn't even get translated. I've actually never translated any of these in here. Which we probably should also translate at some point. But I don't want to have to keep dumping more things on for people to translate, you know? Because I feel bad. I would like to do it at some point, though. But all of these are not translated. Some of them are, like inventory, building menu. But a lot of them are not, so I guess we probably should translate those. Menu. Has menu ever been translated? Let's check. It has been. Oh, I guess it's just the same. Yeah. But yeah, for stuff to translate, essentially, everything that's not the depreciated thing. Oh, also, do not translate the combined one because it's not real. Essentially, the combined sheet is just me using this line to combine all the others automatically. So you can't really translate this. If you put anything into it, it breaks the whole thing. So don't mess with that one. That's just for me to download and put into the game. But yeah, all this should be... Whoa. What is this? It's a little red. So it adds some custom conditional formatting, or... No, they just copied it. Interesting. That's one way to do it. Yeah, all these, you know, and it's fine if you don't want like, I understand this is a lot to translate. The biggest thing, I think, the most important thing for the game to translate is the general sheet. Because this is like all the stuff that's kind of necessary to understand UI and actually play the game. It's not that important if the Tree of Wisdom lines aren't translated. Obviously, it's like, you know, good to have it translated, but not absolutely necessary. Descriptions are also good to translate, but, you know, I understand that this is kind of a... It's going to take time for this sort of thing, you know? It's not going to be an all-at-once type of thing, which is totally fine, so... We'll take it as it comes, right? I would also like to organize general into kind of specific sections. Like, for example, we have a section that's like specifically UI and then item names and stuff like that, but we'll probably get to that. The new tutorial, I think the guy's kind of useless. Yeah, I honestly kind of agree. So, hey, what's up? How do I pronounce this? Little Frosty. How's it going? System set up for different languages pretty nice. Even while I completed that, so much usability. Yeah, it really does. It's pretty awesome. I am very, very glad that we've been able to do that. I think it opens it up to just so many more people, which is great. You know, even if not all of them are complete yet, I think it's still just good to make it a little bit easier to understand, at least. Eventually, one day, I would like to focus more on getting them more complete. Obviously, I get that being in alpha, there's so many new things happening all the time, and I understand that that does make it difficult to translate. And I do apologize for that. But I think as time goes on and we start to move into more, like, not so much constant change, I think it'll be a little bit more calm to translate. And also, hopefully, as we actually open early access, there's going to be more people willing to translate, which is going to help a lot with keeping up with the workload. So, yeah. I think if we can aim for at least like 90% or greater on all the languages, that would be really nice. So, yeah, honestly, what I'm hoping and maybe a little bit expecting is like people that will play the game and see that their language is not fully translated will probably be, you know, maybe willing to help. Of course, if they know English, right? Because if it, like, I don't know any other languages, right, other than English. And English is always translated pretty fine. But if I did know another language, you know, I could also, I would see why people would want to help translate it. Especially if they enjoy the game, right? So, Google Translate, probably not going to be using that. It's just not very reliable. It tends to just get things totally wrong. I mean, I'm sure you've seen games that have been like translated from Chinese to English, and it's just kind of all broken and doesn't really work. That's probably because they use Google Translate. So, let's see. Yeah, add to the changelog. Move the guide from the pause menu. Then also want to mention it so researchers right, so movers will take items out of researchers more intelligently to allow for a better research automation. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's see if we can fix this item dropping issue. Just thinking if there's any other like things I'd like to put to the translation sheet. I really would like to put these in. But you know, at the same time I'm like, man, feel bad. But I guess that's, you know, that's how it goes. Yeah. I'm gonna try and organize the general sheet better. And, you know, if anyone wants to help with that, you're totally welcome to. I just essentially want to organize this better so that it's easier to, I don't know, look at. Basically, I want these to be separated based off of a few categories. So, like, the first would be UI. So that's essentially anything, like, that doesn't really attach to anything. So, for example, like, single research, infinite research, like all those kind of words, like options, load, save, resume, if that makes any sense. And then we'd have another section that's the item names. So for example, oil, copper ingot, all that stuff. And then I would imagine another one for building names. And maybe just another one for miscellaneous stuff, you know. But yeah, that would be what I'd like to do eventually. Google Translate in Spanish is understandable, but also looks extremely unprofessional. Feels like you're talking with a monkey. Yeah. No, I totally get that. I mean, if we can see how unreliable it is, like if we open up Google Translate, it's just funny how bad it'll get. So the way to see how bad it can get is like if you translate English into Chinese and back to English. So let's just say like, hello there, I am working on my new game, Starground, and it will be released to early access this Wednesday. Check it out. So now we copy this from Chinese and then we translate it back into English. Hello, I'm working on my new game Starground, which will be releasing it. Okay, well, it got this one right. But there's a lot of cases where this will not work. So. This also might not be the best example, because this might be wrong. I have no idea if this is right or not, right? So, that's the thing. I just can't confirm anything. But yeah. Anyways, would like to fix item business. Let's figure out how we can do that. So one way to do it is to make it so that when you drop an item, I have an inquiry. If I'm in a building, like say I'm in a chest, can I drop items straight out of the chest? I can. That's interesting. That's not even a bad thing. You have an issue doing translations. Yeah, it's weird how it is on Google Sheets, but let me show you how to do it. Just for future reference. I believe it's Alt-Enter? But let me go check where you're translating. So it's for the shredder. Yeah, right here. Yeah, I think it's Alt-Enter to do new line. Yeah, it is. Oh, Control Space also? Oh, for me it's Alt-Enter. Interesting. Well, yeah, there's ways to do it. It's kind of weird. I wish it was just... Oh, Control-Enter. Okay. Yeah, I wish you could just do Enter, but doing Enter just goes to the next line, so... But it's fine. Oh, I didn't know I had all these gears in here. Okay. Shift enter. Yeah, see, like usually you do shift enter. That's what you do in Discord. That's what I do everywhere. But I don't know why. It just doesn't work. Also, did Ace add this song? He did. Epic. Alright, so we need to figure out how to fix this problem. Essentially what it is we aren't updating the hand. So whenever I select a new thing in my inventory, let's just go to scroll up and down right here. So it does change tool. And change tool will automatically like update the visuals of your hand, and it updates it for everybody since it is a RPC call. So that's what we need to fix here. Also want to check something just to make sure. I don't think it'll happen. But what happens if you have a consumable item that you do it with? Can you still use it? Because that would be not good. So like, okay, if I have a nuke in my hand, I drop my nuke. Yeah, I can't use it anymore. So that's good. Just checking on that. 'Cause that'd be bad if you could. Also, I noticed something kind of odd. Let me see if I can get an apple. But it looked like I wasn't doing the little hand movement thing when you consume an item, which is improper behavior. I can get an apple, or I could just go to the dungeon. Oh, here's some trees. I'm not getting any apples, guys. I may have to go to the dungeon. Let's go to the dungeon. Get some cheese. I do want to add farming someday. That'd be fun. Oh, did that not translate? Oh, I have to take a closer look at that. Okay. Let's see if we can find cheese. Cheese is the goal. There we go. So when I eat this cheese, I believe it doesn't do like the animation. Yeah, it doesn't. So that's odd. I don't know why that's happening. It's probably honestly because I changed how everything works, so that's no big deal. Let's see if we can fix that though. I think that happens in tool action. And whenever you use your item, it's down in here, I think. Or, oh, this is not tool action. There it is. So select the tools. 1. Yeah. Okay, so this is where it does it. It says consume item. And then consume item does all this stuff. Yeah, so item effect is saying weapon rotation offset is that. The problem is that that doesn't work anymore. At least I don't think so. Let's see. So that equals the weapon rotation offset times direction. Just get rid of that because it's not anything anymore. I think it's because it's animated with swing angle. What is my swing angle? 150. It should work. So it's a little weird. I guess what I need to do instead of this, honestly, is just play... do the same thing I do with the other weapons. Which is up in here. I say... swing forward. Let's just go back down to item effect and say weapon controller swing forward. So let's just make sure that doesn't do any weirdness. it may do that. I have to make sure. Let's go up here. Just got some machines. ChatGPT is pretty good at doing Danish translations. Only have to correct some things when I use it, but I don't have everything, so yeah, that's totally fine. Like, I'm totally fine with people using ChatGPT for that, as long as you can give it a look over, make sure there's not any big issues. Because that's the thing, like, it's fine for the most part, but occasionally you got some weirdness. So as long as we're just going over the weirdness and confirming that that sounds normal, then we're good to go, you know. Eventually, the role of being a translator will be no longer once ChatGPT catches up a little bit and stops having so many errors with that. But we're gonna get there. It's just a matter of time. But I think until then, there's really no replacement for a real person, though. Okay, let me see if this has done it. I mean, that works. I need to make sure it's not dealing damage, though. So let me go to the animation player. Because that would be weird if it was. I think it just is an animation. I don't think it actually does attacks, but I'm just gonna make sure. Where is it? Weapons controller. So swing forward, yeah, it just does the animation. So yeah, we can use that. Cool, cool, cool. So that's fixed. Let's also fix the item dropping issue, like I was mentioning. Like that, that's not good. Hey, what's up, Clay? How's it going? I can't get them off. I made a diamond sword just to kill these mobs. Okay. Research level is declared but never used in the block. All right. I spent all day working on my base. I added a little more living space, but the creepers came and blew up my house. I hate all creepers even more now. Man, I sound just like this guy. Who is this? How I draw a nice hand, realize the proportion of the hand is smaller compared to the rest of the body. I know. That always sucks. Should be relaxing. I should be coding, but I'm relaxing. Got a lot to think about, a lot to do. Yeah. Oh, what's your, what are you currently, like, kind of working on with that? Let's see. These mobs, I always try to get into my base. What if my diamond sword? Where's my thing? Where's my notes? My computer's freezing, isn't it? Oh. Come on, computer. Computer. All right, guys. Task manager. I do need to restart my computer because it's getting kind of laggy. I can't do it during the stream though, so we're kind of stuck with it. This happens when I have my computer open for weeks and weeks, and I never turn it off. Over time, it eventually just starts to slow down a little bit. So yeah, it's not really built to be a server. I've got a lot of other random programs open that you would never put on a server. Done with the translations. Let's go. Thank you. I appreciate that. Awesome. Yeah, I'll be putting that new updated translation sheet in probably on the 30th, like the day before, and just get that last build ready to go. Just to give everybody as much time as possible to get through those translations so we can get it nice and up to date. But yeah. It's like my mom's house. Gonna move in with a friend on Monday until my big move across country. Still paying for my apartment in Mexico. Oh, really? Move across. Are you like moving to a different spot in Mexico, or are you in a different country now? Okay. Let's see. Just trying to think of how I can fix this issue. I guess the only real way I can do this is if I go to where if I go to my UI inventory in here, and then whenever I drop an item, I do have code that does that. Or wait, I have to go to the preview node. So it's pretty easy. It's just down in process. I just say, yeah, drop item. It's like right here, right? And I'm just gonna do a check at the end, like if the item is empty, then we redo the hand, right? Actually play sound on it. I'm also gonna do this. I'm gonna say yeah, I'm gonna do a very similar thing here actually. I would like to do, we'll do owner dot get parent RPC ID remote call. And then on there, I'm just going to call the usual like update thing. So actually, I guess if it runs on everybody, then it doesn't matter if I do it on the server or not. But it's this change tool thing, I believe. So get count. Okay. I wasn't expecting that to be in America. Oh, okay. Where's Lisa Mexico? Oh, sorry. See, I'm here in America. I still have to owe money on my Mexico spot. Ah, yeah. See, has there been any more? Okay, Tuesday perhaps. Tuesday I might be playing some 7 Days to Die, which is the day before release, but it should be okay. I don't know if I'm gonna stream it. If everybody wants to see a 7 Days to Die stream, then let me know. Because I mean, I'm down to. I need to move my desk down or something because I know I have the bad habit of doing this. Because I'm like zooming in and looking at the screen, you know? I need to stop though. Man. Getting tired up in here. Maybe what I don't want to... I don't know. I could use a signal with this, but it's a little janky. Wonder if it'd be better just to do it in the process event, you know? Check what the sprite is. Or check the quantity, you know? Because it's just a visual thing. I'll probably just do that instead of messing with this, because it's kind of jank. Because this is on the server and stuff, and it's weird. I'm just going to do it on here. Also, I think in Change Tool, it'll also redo like my cooldown, which isn't really what I want, right? So this is going to be better, I think. I'm also just going to create a little function which is like hide held or change held item, and then at RPC. So all this is going to do, this should be pretty easy. But it'll just be an RPC, call local, and then also any pure. But we're just going to say sprite. We pass in the sprite. Right. So, actually, I'm not going to pass that. I'm just going to pass an item name. If item name is equal to nothing, then we do that. Otherwise, we say it's that. Actually, yeah, that works. Or I guess what we'll do is pass and count. Excuse me. Well, that's not true either. How am I going to do this? I guess I'll just do this. So we'll say the item.visible is equal to show. Because the sprite will already be what it needs to be. Now what we can say down here is... I'm actually going to grab that back. Let's just check inside of the client. So down in if is multiplayer authority. So we're just going to say if that has gone less than 0, and if that dot visible, then we say, or actually, yeah, we do this. Update. What is it? Item? Hold on, I totally forgot. Dementia, change held item. And then we just pass in false. We also make this an RPC. So if we have less than the item, then it's false. Otherwise, that means we have more. So if it's not visible, then we're going to pass through true. So this should fix the issue. Let me see. I'm always up for stream. You know, some of it's visible of them. That's true. Stream 7 days. Yeah, I'll see. I'll think about it. So this should go invisible now. It doesn't, though. It could be because the function doesn't, like, exist or whatever. Clear method. Oh, it's a method, I guess. So why doesn't this work? Is it just because I didn't save it? Thanks, Drifter. What's up? Tool is less than 0. It should be working. But let me give it one more try. Odd. I'm gonna print out. Let's see. There you go. Let's see if this does it. So it's not. I mean, it's printing this part, right? So that'd be insane if it wasn't. Oh, less than 0. God, stupid. I have to say less than or equal to 0. Let's try that again. Oh, okay. Well, at least it should print now. Hey. Spoke around, team, see else is in it. Oh, okay, nice. Oh yeah, it's definitely doing it now. So it's running. Ayo. So if the item is visible, then it should call this function. So let's see. Okay, yeah, it's calling that, but it's getting a bunch of errors. Yeah, that's what happens when I try to change stuff mid-game. So I'm just gonna save the game and then we'll relaunch. Oh god, no, let's reset my keybinds. I'm playing the default anyways. Fun fact, the keybinds I always set for the game are the keybinds I want as the default. After all, it's my game. My glasses are dirty. Okay. Might also make this function reliable. It should be reliable by default, but I've noticed sometimes that it isn't for some reason, so it's always good to check. Come on, Godot. Okay. Godot, I will destroy you. I need to close my stuff. Stop printing that. Let's go to this function. And let's also say, this is also reliable. Okay. So let's try this. Ever seen Godot hanging for that long? Yeah, I think it's just because this project is getting really big. There's so many files. Also, a lot of these scripts tend to get pretty long. And I think sometimes it just isn't very happy about that. So. There we go. Yeah, now the item will actually disappear if you use it. Good stuff. Yeah. Alrighty. Stargard's Mines I got on Steam. That is not allowed. I wonder what it is exactly. Yeah, I've been wondering that too. It gets a lot better when I close these tabs, right? So if I close all these other script tabs, I think that is part of the issue at least. I am using a modified version of it because this is the Steam multiplayer peer build of Godot. Why is it still printing AO? Oh, duh. So, yeah. I don't know, though. I wish I could figure out why it keeps doing that, because it's really annoying. It does actually slow down development, because of how frustrating that can be. I do wonder if there's any setting in here that causes that. It could also just be my computer. I don't know. But there's, like, the low processor mode, sleep time and stuff. But I don't even have it enabled, right? So I also do wonder if it's that little tiny code preview thing that shows up, so maybe I should try disabling that. I don't think it is, but who knows? Maybe it is. Yeah, here it is. Oh, the minimap. Editor settings, text editor. So yeah, it could be the minimap. I have no idea. I'm gonna disable it and see though, because if it is the minimap, I never use it and I don't care about it. So I think if your code is long enough to where you need the minimap, it's probably not good. Happen when you try running the game. Yeah. It does happen then, but it also happens when I like close the game. It just kind of randomly sometimes. I think the reason why I know Godot, like, saves everything when you run the game, right? Like, it goes through all the scenes and saves them. So I'm wondering if it's just that the saves are too big. Or that there's, like, too many things it's trying to save, you know? Like, here, if I launch this and then I try to, like, use Godot for a minute, this is where it typically hangs like this. See, and it's, like, frozen and stuff. Even though the game's open, that's the thing. But yeah. Original tool scripts run in the editor, they can tank up some performance, yeah. It could be that too. I mean, I do have a lot of shaders. I wonder if it's like trying to compile all these shaders, you know? I probably should delete a lot of these. Because I don't use half of these. I don't know how to even like close these over here. Edit? I don't know. Middle click? Oh. I had no idea. Thank you. I do wonder if having all these open, like, causes, I don't know, if Godot's, like, parsing all of these or something. I honestly have no idea. But yeah, let me close these. I'm kind of tired of all these. Thank you for letting me know that's how I do it, because I've been trying to figure that out. I can get Godot to hang if I tell it to serialize a 100 megabyte texture to the scene. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what else I can do, though, to speed it up, because I would love to. I hope disabling the minimap will speed up the issue I have where, like, having a lot of scripts open lags it. But we'll see. Is the player script? Man. This is getting pretty big, isn't it? Just trying to see if there's anything else that would cause it. Maybe I should just look it up. Like, Godot editor hangs when opening what's in the project. Just look at all of these for fun. Okay, well that was fixed, and that's only for 4.3. Don't think this is the issue. Keeps crashing. Well, it's not crashing. GPU issue. Really doubt it's a GPU issue, but I'm not gonna switch to compatibility. I don't know. Player scripting is nearly 8 times bigger. No, it's already big enough. Oh, we got an ad. Sorry about that. It's raining again. It's been raining a lot in real life. I don't know why. But I love it. I wish it would rain every day. God, that would be kind of nice. Yeah, sorry about the ads. But yeah, I'm using, the money symbol a lot. Let's get no, that'll be a constant performance issue at one time anyways. Yeah. I don't think that... I think that's a common misconception. This, I believe, does index it. And so every time that you call this, I don't think it's using get node again every single time because it saves it in memory. But I do need to confirm this. Godot money symbol. But, you know, for all you know, you might be right. But as far as I understood it, it's not actually that bad to use it, because it indexes it. But I have to figure this out. Let's just search for it. There's callable. It's not what I want. That's signal. Casting. Don't care about that. Okay, so it is using GetNode then, I guess. Well, I guess I should probably replace that. Honestly, though, I've never seen any big performance impact with it, though. Oh, 7-year-old comments, let's see. Okay. This was 7 years ago, though. So, I don't know. It could have changed since then. Because I remember seeing something about it indexing it, so it's actually not as slow as you think it is. Or not Reddit. I just want to see. Godot money alias. Yeah, that's a pretty old one. I go now. Most likely gonna see you tomorrow. Awesome. Yeah, that's all good. No problem at all. I'm sure it's pretty late for you, so yeah, feel free to head out. But thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night. Just finished dinner, fish stick and fries. Nice. That's awesome. Trying to find like any mention of it, but it's not really I mean, there's the performance, but that's not what I want. Godot money performance. I don't know. I can't find anything about it. It's just general performance questions. Money or get node. If you stream tomorrow. Yeah, I should be streaming tomorrow. I think I'm going to be doing Dead by Daylight. I'll see what's up with that. Well, this is 2 years ago. Okay, so because it's a node path literal, I guess it's faster. But yeah, I do export it. I guess I should do that more often. Let's see, these are some... Oh, this is straight up the parser. Yeah, it does turn to it. Well, I think the performance impact that I know of is because it parses it as a path literal, which I guess is faster. Faster than just doing get no with a string. So, but I guess that's pretty much it. I really should export it and reference it in a variable then, or at least just do it on ready. Although, like, it's just not really a big performance impact anywhere, you know, that's the thing. The only place I would see that helping, though, potentially, is, like, inside of a script where I call everywhere, like, buildable. Because I do have a few references with the money symbol in here, specifically to the main sprite, so I would imagine if I grabbed that initially on load, it would be maybe a little bit faster. Yeah, performance is kind of important. Since there's so many nodes in a save. So I am always trying to see where I can make like a big impact with that. Although a lot of it now is very minor impact, which is too bad. Which means I have to do a lot of optimizing for a very small improvement. But yeah, we can use the profiler and see what's actually slow. It is the conveyors still, which is to be expected. Because even though I've optimized them a lot, they are still not exactly full optimized. And the movers. It's interesting, though, that those are the slowest. Breakable. Looks like there's a reference to that. Oh, yeah. Buildable, actually, I think I optimized. It doesn't have a process event anymore, right? So buildable is not going to be the slow one. I think it's breakable, though, that may be. Because that still has a process event. Which is down here. Yeah. So we could see the performance impact, see if there's actually any reason to. But as it stands, breakable is around 0.4. I'm just going to let that run, and then we stop it so we can actually see. So breakable ran 773 milliseconds. So I can go ahead and put that into a static thing. So we're just going to say var main sprite equals main sprite. And now that'll just do it once. On ready, of course. And then let's fix this on everywhere. Especially in process, because that's where it matters the most. It's definitely going to die. I have to restart the project now. Control D. Oh, that's how you do multi-cursor, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to try that out sometime. Does indirect controls reduce usage? Yes. Yeah, I'm just saving it initially in a variable because the main sprite never disappears, like it's always static, right? So it should have a little bit of a performance improvement. I don't think it's going to be a massive one, but, you know, I am curious to see. But we can see down here if it's up moving so much. Which I need to do self. Where's breakable? Breakable process. It looks like it's ever so slightly faster. It's not that big of a difference, though, actually. Much smaller difference than I thought it would be. Well, I'm just going to let this run for a minute and then stop it. So before we were at like 750 something. Now we're at 300. So it is a lot better, although I guess it wasn't really that laggy in the first place. Actually, no, because these are different. This is the problem. This changes whenever you like do it like that. So I have to see what it's like live. If I could keep track of it. Where is it? Breakable that process. Okay. But yeah, it's not that bad. I think it is a little bit better. I mean, hey, why not optimize it as much as I can, right? But yeah, really there's bigger fish to fry. The slowest thing in the game, let's see what we've got going on here. Gotta get so slow when I'm... Maybe I should track fewer things. There is a setting, I think, in the profiler to track fewer functions, or only like the top 10 laggiest ones or whatever. So I should probably take a look at that. I think I increased it, but I'm realizing now that these ones don't really matter. So let me see if I can do that. Max functions, I'm gonna set that back to whatever it was before. Which looks like it was 64. That's probably a little bit better. Profiler history says... I think I lowered that, didn't I? Yeah. Set it to 600, which is like 10 minutes. I don't see why you would do more than that. Let's stop the profiler. And then start it up again. Hopefully it's a little bit... runs a little bit better. I don't even really need that much either, probably. Maybe we should go to 32. Because I just need to see what the laggiest are. Usually it's only a few things, so... Alright. Just stay still. So yeah, it's kind of what you would expect. It's the conveyor and the mover. And I'm always looking for ways that I can kind of improve upon that. Update filters is actually pretty slow. Looks like. So I should probably improve that. I also see occasionally like check. Here, I'm just gonna stop it. And if we look here, so we've got physics process, mover physics process, which is slow, but also what's really slow, especially as mover update filters. Because that in combination with the mover's physics process frame, it's pretty slow. And check item is pretty slow. That's getting pretty laggy. Does the profiler let you sort by time? I think it doesn't let me like click it. By default, it's usually up higher. I guess it's kind of a weird combo of calls and time. But yeah, I wish it would let me like sort it a little bit better. Right. Also, what's up, Ricky? But yeah, usually the slowest stuff is at the top because it has both the number of calls and the time. Inventory check item, mover update filters. I need to fix that. Breakable process is fast enough. We did optimize that slightly. What does the conveyor do? Yeah, so the conveyors are all of these nodes, as you can see. Essentially, they just transfer items around. So pretty straightforward. But you put an item on them, whatever direction they're pointing in, the next conveyor in the line, that'll be the next one it goes into. So yeah, pretty simple. I have optimized them a lot more, which is good compared to how they were before. What was what? Did my mic like lag out? I think it's that my computer's laggy. I don't know why it's so laggy today. Maybe I have something open in the background or like... Let me check Task Manager. Sometimes if I run out of RAM, my computer starts to really die. That does happen. Yeah, my GPU is pretty up there. It's not anything super specific. I mean, it's going to be OBS, of course, right? It's going to be pretty high up there. Window Manager. I should relaunch the project, though. Oh, something up top landed on the floor? I think it was this overlay thing that I have set. Oh, do you mean like... Oh, in the game? Oh, are you talking about this thing? The thumper? Was that what it was? Yeah, this is a new building. Okay. I was like, yeah. No, this is a new building now. This is the thumper. It basically is a way where you can generate more resources and like artificially generate resources outside of just the regular spawning. So if you're like really late game and you need more resources, then the thumper is how you can do that. Essentially, it slams down and bubbles up more resources from underneath, I guess is the idea, right? So, hey, what's up? Art always makes me happy. It also makes me happy. I am happy. That's good to hear. It's awesome. I appreciate it, yeah. No, but it works, you know, it gets the job done. I think it serves a really good purpose. Because it helps a lot with gameplay later on. Do you take damage if you dig under the thumper? Let me save my game really quick. You perhaps do. it insta-kills you. Because you are being crushed alive, so, you know, you just instantly die. No, my coal! I don't care about my coal. Yeah. So it does. Don't walk under the crusher. It's an achievement right there. Yeah, I would like to get achievements set up. Ah, it's tempting, right? I don't know, I'll have to see. I don't know if I'll have time to do it, but yeah. But yeah, conveyors, it's hard to optimize them. You asked a question up here. Is each conveyor tile a node? Yeah, they are all nodes. And I've done so much performance testing with this. Figuring out any way that I can squeeze more out of it. And what I've come to realize is that turning them into tiles wouldn't really increase performance. Having them as nodes aren't too bad. The thing is when they're running no logic and they're just a node, they run great. So, maybe limited by scene graph. What is this? That's the thing. I don't even have like process events, right? Whoever knows more nutrient, better performance. Yeah. Removing those from the scene tree rather than pausing or hiding them. Yeah. Well, the thing is it temporarily does. I can dive into it. I guess it's fine. There's one person that's probably gonna steal my code, but it's whatever, you know? But let's go look at the code. So essentially what I'm doing is I've changed a lot of the code into using tweens instead of like continually processing the position of the item every single frame, which is just a lot better for performance. Tweens run super fast, actually. So what I'm doing here is essentially when it's done on the tween, I have a callback set, so it tries and pushes the item to the next one. So this is essentially just saying, make it so you can grab it, and then also I'm setting the physics process event to true, right? So that temporarily enables the physics process in here, just with the physics. I don't do the regular one, because why not? And then as soon as an item is added, then it runs the update function, and that will set it back to false. So it really only ever happens like right when it can insert an item. So like just for like a frame. Typically this will almost always just run once. It just runs this raycast, checks it, does it, and then deletes it. Deletes the item and sets it back to false. So, or false down here, yeah. So it runs way better than it used to. I think the reason why it's lagging so bad right now is because I have a million things open on my computer. I'm streaming. And this is a pretty big save anyways. So. Is it the moving of the object in or conveyor itself? No. So what I actually have set up, the moving of it is actually super fast because it's a shader. All of the conveyors use shaders to increment the sprite along, so that actually runs super good. So that's essentially zero performance impact because it's the GPU, which is lightning fast. And the items moving actually almost have zero performance impact either. Tweens are really fast. I don't know how the engine really works with tweens, but it runs really well with tweens. And yeah, the slowest thing is just the raycasting. I would love to figure out a way that I could stop raycasting and I could just like get a node or get it with a position. Because that is something interesting, is that these nodes, it's a grid, right? So for example, the front of this, it doesn't really have to use a raycast. The raycast is for checking which building is in front of it. So for example, that could be a mover, right? Or that could be just another conveyor. It could also be an underground conveyor. So that's kind of what that's for. Also, hey, Reinar, what's up? We never implement achievements, just not for the upcoming demo. No, I'll definitely do achievements someday. Like, achievements are pretty nice. So, I definitely want to do achievements. It's just a matter of, like, time, if I can get it done before early access on Wednesday. But, yeah. Hopefully I can... I'll see if I can squeeze them in, because it would be really nice, honestly. I would love to have some achievements, but... Your raycast enabled. Yeah, I have those disabled, and I just do a forced raycast update when I need them. So all of these are disabled. Cache the raycast result then, right? It only needs to be updated if the map changes nearby. That is true. I'm just trying to think of how I could set that up properly, though. Because the thing is whenever I build something or break something, I'm going to have to update all of the conveyors around it. Because, for example, if I break this conveyor, I now have to update this conveyor, right? Or likewise, if I build another conveyor, I have to update this one. So I'm just thinking how I could do that. Because caching it definitely would help. You know, I totally agree, right? Because it'd be way faster if I could cache it. Makes sense to hold off for early access, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like... I'd like to get them in, but also I don't want to just add like one achievement. Maybe I could squeeze in... I mean, I guess it's better to have some than none, right? I could definitely squeeze in as many as I can think of. Also, someone asked like how achievements would work with a Godot. What I'm using for this is... let me show you. Godot Steam. And this is really great for interfacing with Steam. Because I think this has functions for achievements where you can just check if, yeah, like stats and achievements. You can check if something happens and you can set it to true. So you can just say current stats. That's just to make sure that it's ready to go. And then, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Working with the data. Setting achievements. So you can say steam.set achievement. And you can just set the name of it, I guess. So that's actually really easy. I think you can just set it to true. So, hey, Exo Drifter, thank you for the follow. Good luck with the conveyors. Yeah, thank you. I do appreciate it. I will try to do some kind of, I don't know, better raycast. So, we'll see. So query the map data directly instead of a raycast. Yeah, that would be interesting too. Yeah, I'll have to look into other ways to do it. And I could just move the array to a variable. Yeah, that... I don't know if that's going to be much of a performance impact. It might, but it's definitely going to be tiny. I could try it, though. Let's just get an idea of the FPS we're running at. I'll just keep everything constant. Let's go to, like, the center of the factory. Alright, so we are running at around, hanging around 18 FPS, I would say. Sometimes it shoots up, sometimes it drops, but we can say 18 on average. Let's go ahead and do this. So I'm just going to say var checker array is equal to ray. I will have to restart the game. Or reload it at least, you know. And this is gonna crash. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Now the game is dead. Did I make this game? Yes, I did make this game. This is Starground. You can click drag. Oh yeah, I always forget about that. So I could just be like... Oops, I did two. Yeah, that works pretty well too. I'll have to remember that. Back for real now, yes, yeah. See on the popular upcoming tab. Oh, really? I actually had no idea it was even on that tab. Let me check on this. Where's popular? Popular upcoming. See more upcoming releases. Yeah, Factorio on your wish list. Popular upcoming games. I don't see it here. I mean, maybe it was, or maybe only for some people. I don't actually know how the popular, like, upcoming thing really works, you know? Actually, it might not be showing it to me because I have the game, technically. That could be why. But I would love to see that if it is true. No, not Steamworks. Just go to Steam. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I will be logged in here. I don't think this game technically has it. Yeah, I know, like, it does depend on the number of wish lists. But it also might depend on, like, the games that you play. It might be more customized. I don't know, though. Because there's, like, recommended based off of what you've been playing and stuff. I'm definitely not in the top wish listed. Maybe it's just an all upcoming? No. I don't see it. It's there a few days ago. You don't see it now. Okay. I guess it was just, maybe just a temporary thing. I do wonder what our wish list count is at. Oh, man. It's not bad. It's definitely gone up. Hey. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Okay, well, let's just see if this does anything now to performance. It is kind of hard to gauge this performance impact, but... So, what are these little things we got going? Oh, an on-screen celebration. Hey, thank you so much. Oh, of course we get an ad. So I think I was look right here. So we are... Maybe it's slightly better. It's hard to say, right? Because it does dip down a lot. I do wonder what's happening when it dips down. I would like to check on that. Also, I don't actually have a profile running, so it could be part of the reason. Yeah, when it dips up, I want to see why. So what is lagging when we do this? So it looks like it's just the conveyor. Also check item, but check item is tied to the conveyor, so it's kind of both. And the mover. Oh, see, the mover is probably a lot more laggy than the conveyor right now. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad to index or to save those, you know, into a variable, so that's fine. Just trying to think of what else we could do to optimize this. I mean, definitely indexing the, like, saving the item that we get from the raycast would be a massive improvement. Because if we don't have to do any... Oh, we gotta hydrate, let's go. Also, thank you so much for the bits. An ad started right as it happened, but yeah, that's awesome, thank you. Yeah, indexing comes with a lot of problems, you know? That's kind of like... my only issue with that. Because the problem is, if we index the object, it's great for performance, and I would love to. The problems that we have to solve with that, though, is just like what happens when you place down a new item and stuff like that. Right. So I do have one idea, and it might work. It's going to be interesting. So essentially we have these items, these buildings. We could check if the instance is still valid. For example, if we break this, like, because checking if an instance is valid might be way better for performance than a raycast, right? I don't know how fast checking an instance validity is, but I'm sure it's faster than a raycast at least. So we could essentially just say, okay, if that building no longer exists, keep raycasting to find it. To find the next one, right? We could do that, or just do like a signal. I would like to do a signal when something's built. That would be cool. You know? But it would require a lot of things, right? A lot of setup for that. Because if we do that, essentially we could say, like, well, whenever you place a conveyor, it like sends out a signal to all the conveyors around it to say, like, hey, connect back to me, right? But yeah, it's tricky. And I am a little worried about making a change like that right before early access. Because that is a big thing. I had to do the same thing running a flood fill check. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I would love to get these conveyors as fast as possible. And I know the raycast is what's causing the lag. Because if we start this and then I disable the force raycast update, we can see the performance impact. We don't even have to go back into the game to see, but you can see right here, it'll probably lower. Yeah, right here, it's a bit lower. So it's definitely increased the performance. That's the funny thing. The last collider is still... So, like, all of this stuff still works, right? It's kind of funny. So it gives me hope. Yeah, you can see it just totally still works, which is funny. Even though I broke the code. So, I don't know. Maybe that's the solution, you know? If the object in front of you is... Because, I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, it is still mid-20s. There's other things that can be improved too. Like, we could do the same exact thing with movers. Like, this conveyor will only be checking the thing in front. So really it's like, well, if it sees an object with the raycast, great. If not, look for the object. So we should be okay to do that, I think. And I think it'll be okay for performance. I am a little worried about making that change, just because it can be scary and break things. But we can probably see down here that the mover or conveyor process is like quite a bit faster. It's not perfectly fast, but it's better. You can see conveyor physics process, if it would stop moving. It's only 0.43, which is pretty good. Really asked if you're using the disabled raycast. Yeah, no, like the raycasts are disabled. I just force a raycast update every frame. So here's the thing with this. I could potentially completely eliminate the physics process if we go this route, which would be interesting. Also, keep in mind too, when I'm running the profiler, it does actually really lag the game. So, more kidding when you said you'd already optimized. Yeah. Oh no, I've done a lot of like I've dug into this for like weeks of just digging through the code, seeing anywhere where I can optimize it. And I've made really good progress on that. They run way better than they ever have before. And in normal saves that aren't insane like this one with a bunch of stuff happening everywhere and a million conveyors all around, it runs really well. I mean, we can go to a more practical save, right? So let's just save this and go to... there's one I was doing the collector test. I think it's up here, collector test. And this one actually just runs super good. Like, we're running at 200 FPS, about-ish. Obviously, this is a very tiny save, right? So, of course it should run fast, but... conveyors are optimized. It's just that when there's a lot of them, it tends to get a little slow. You can also just check it every 4th physics process. That's true. I mean, honestly, like, if I'm gonna do that, I might as well just have it check only when it absolutely has to, which would be the best for performance. Which means it's only actually gonna check if you break it, which is great. I would love to set that up, so... we'll see if I can. Could squeak out a tiny bit more by going through and typing my code, yeah. I'm on 4, yeah. You're like, yeah, thanks. I will probably need it. It is scary. I don't like the idea of having to do that, you know? But it would be good, though. I want to make the game run good. Right. I'm on an RTX 3080 Ti, which, yeah, is a pretty good graphics card, which is why I'm always trying to optimize it more than I think I need to, just because not everybody has a 3080 Ti. But so yeah, I always keep that in mind because I know people are going to be playing this game on laptops and stuff with all sorts of terrible CPUs and graphics cards. Really, the bottleneck of the game is not graphics related, though. You know, it's heavily CPU sided. So having a better graphics card doesn't actually really make the game run faster, which is kind of good and bad. I'm always working to decrease the CPU load. What it is I don't multi-thread anything, so essentially it's completely dependent on your CPU speed. So how fast is your single core speed? I would like to multi-thread things, but multi-threading is scary and hard. And I'll get to it one day with some things, I would imagine, but yeah. Yeah, multi-threading is scary, but it's good. And basically every single computer has multiple cores, so everyone would benefit from it. But yeah, it's a lot of work though, because things are non-deterministic, and that gets difficult. You know, you have to worry about, like, you have to wait for things to happen. Like, you know, has this thing processed yet? And can I actually load this for real into the game? And stuff like that. So, I don't know. Sounds like actual work. I know, right? That's like the scary work. I don't want to do hard work. I want to do the easy work. There's a tick box in the options that says do physics on a different thread. Okay. That could be interesting. I mean, I'm willing to try that out. Let's see what it does, right? So that's in options. Guessing just in here. Yeah, there's threading. Maximum threads -1, which is probably just no limit, yeah. I'm guessing that's just in, yeah, 2D, run on separate thread. But restricts API access to only physics process. So that's the thing right there that I have to be careful about. Because I think there's a lot of times where I access the physics outside of the physics process event. But we can try it, see what it does, right? It's probably gonna die. My game's probably gonna crash. Hey, Zen, what's up? Welcome in. Semi-press dude variants. Basically, it's like whenever you access like or whenever you force a raycast or do anything like that, you're doing any physics stuff, it has to be inside of the physics process event. So let's see what this does. This is probably just gonna crash. Okay. Well, there's many broken things, as you can see. Does it run better? Slightly. It's not that big of a difference, so I'm disabling that. Yeah, because that will break everything. Yeah, I'm scared. You physics now? There's always been physics. Spoilers. From day one. One of those things to do from the get-go, yeah. Have I tried rewriting everything? That's, yeah. Oh boy, I've done that many times. Oh yeah, these are still broken because I commented out the thing. It's fine. We'll fix that. In the recast, you're using getNode twice. It's nominal, but you can use that getNode. Oh, right here for inventory component. Yeah, I actually do have a variable I think I'm already setting in breakable when I do that, which is in here. Maybe it's in buildable. Yeah, breakable items don't have inventories. Building inventory, and then on ready I say get node or null. So I could reference that instead. It's gonna be a pretty minor difference, but you know, any little bit counts, right? So let's do that. I'm also gonna comment in this force raycast update because it'll break if I don't have that. But let's, for fun, just see what it's like. It's the astronaut me either. Yeah. Alright, physics always has been. Yeah. No, but physics was the first thing I ever added to the game. The beach ball, guys, that's physics. This is a physics thing. This uses physics collisions to calculate where it needs to go, right? This was in from day 0. Stack of a bunch of little ones. Yeah. Time to get typing with programming, or yeah. I do need to get typing. I mean, least we could do is just optimize the conveyors a little bit. Oh, typing. Oh, statically typing. Yeah, I actually, in the conveyor, funny enough, I do statically type like almost everything. So, that's actually not the problem. Yeah, I've really tried to squeeze out every bit, right? I guess I could, yeah, I could type the functions, but I don't think, that would help much. Typing is, you know, it's a minor performance impact. The thing is that that's not the slowness problem. Like, it really is just the fact that I'm doing a raycast update every single frame, right? So, because without that raycast update, it honestly runs pretty well. I would like to completely eliminate the physics process event if I can. It's kind of difficult to do that. I'm not gonna lie. Because at some point, there are cases where you have to check all the time. So, for example, this case. Let's say you have a... What happened? Why did that crash the game? I don't... What? A mover had trouble with the OBJ in. That should be fine, always. I don't know why that's an issue. On obj in inv. It's wild. Because update filter should get that value, which is right here. Obj out dot building inventory, right there. I guess it can be null, technically. Because you could grab it before it has time to do it. But then if it doesn't exist, it should be okay. I don't know. I'm just gonna skip that, you know? It's fine. Right? Whoa. It's just, it's not having it, you know? This is happening on different objects, which is interesting. I guess I'll just add a check. It's kind of stupid, but... what can we do here? So what's up, Mining Cow? Welcome in. If can take, if it's not null... Why would that happen? It's very interesting. That shouldn't happen. I'm not accidentally setting it or something, right? That's fine. That's fine. Weird. It's probably just because I'm changing the code while the game's running. That tends to happen. Okay. So we can see the performance impact on this. It's going to be very minor, but... yeah, what I was trying to explain just a second ago, which I will go back into now. So the problem with the thing of wanting to update it every frame, or why I have to, is because you have cases like this where, okay, say this is filled up with items here. So this has like items on it, but say this one's full. Let me just put a mover down to explain this better. So we have an item down here. This conveyor will have to keep checking until this one's empty. The thing is like, okay, I take an item off of this. This has to check and immediately go as soon as this one has become emptied, right? I guess maybe the solution to that would be through signals, but I do worry that we might get some instability. Because if there's ever a case where that signal fails, now your conveyors will never move again. And so that's my only worry. It would be really good for performance, though. Not gonna lie. So I don't know. I mean, I guess, is there ever a case where the signal would fail? You know? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's what I guess it probably never would fail, you know? But I don't know. Then all that is no performance impact. Well, let's try it, I guess. I'm gonna create a signal for conveyors. Signal item removed. So down here we say item remove.emit. Right? I'm also going to disable this try push thing, I guess, which is crazy. Okay, but here's another issue with this that I just remembered. Have I read the Factorial blogs? I've read a lot of them. I mean, which ones, like, specifically? What if we rewrite, like, if a conveyor updates to empty it, updates the one behind it to start adding? That's what I'd like to do. Okay, so here's the problem with that. that I'm realizing. If we say, so here's a case. It's going to be best to draw this, honestly. So here we have a conveyor, right? The problem is that, let's say in this case, the item is not like at the end of the conveyor, right? It still has this distance to go. So this conveyor down here is ready though. The item has been removed, blah, blah, blah. It's gone from here. It sends a signal back to this one, but it's not ready. Its item hasn't gotten to the end of the conveyor. And so we end up with an issue where like, okay, the signal, is it ready? No. Okay. Now the item goes along and now it gets to the end here. Now what? Right? Because the signal has already failed, so you're kind of messed up. You're kind of screwed here in this case. And I guess I thought of one solution to this just now. One thing you could do is say like, okay, when an item initially gets to the end of a conveyor right here, you do one check to see if you can put it in. But if you can't, you just stop and wait for the signal from this conveyor. Does that make sense? And I think that would work. I think you get the best of both worlds, where you can have cases like this where it's not ready to go. The only thing we're going to have to look out for, which is a very real possibility, is on the ready event of these conveyors, right? Yeah, so we'll have to look out for that. And we have to be ready to send those signals. Because another thing is like, okay, say you have a conveyor here. Here's your conveyor. Item is ready to go. Right? You plop down another conveyor. That conveyor is empty. Right? So... we have to send a signal on its creation, just in case. The only issue, though, is that this won't actually be linked to this conveyor until it's created, and that's kind of a problem. So we'll have to figure that out, because I'm just thinking in terms of raycast, because we have to wait for this to realize, hey, there's no conveyor anymore. I have to run my raycast until I find another conveyor to link to. So yeah. There's so many different considerations about this, right? How about like when it sends back a next one available bool so it knows it's open. The item is ready, it updates as bool to false. That's... I kind of have that with the variable. I have two. There's one called can grab and also full. So full is just saying there's an item on here, and can grab is only true when this item actually gets to the end of the conveyor. So that's actually okay. Another issue we also have to look out for is the fact that movers might not always have priority, which is bad. Because basically whenever we have two conveyors like this next to each other, I always want any mover over here on the side to be able to grab an item from here before it pushes to this conveyor. And if we do signals, while it's great for performance, I do wonder if that is going to rob this mover of an opportunity to grab from here first. So that's another issue. There's so many considerations to take into account with this kind of thing. So it's a lot. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll keep this try push event there. And we're not going to worry about set physics process yet for that. I'm just going to comment this out. So, you know, that all stays there. And I'm going to move this from here. I'm going to move this into another function, which is func push item. So we only call this when we actually need to call this. And we don't have to do any raycast checks, right? And a can grab. So, okay, I don't know if we need this check. I'm just trying to think here. It gets so complicated. I have like 5,000 things moving around my head right now, thinking about how this would work, you know? It's very technical. There's so many little pieces that have to fit together, otherwise everything just breaks. That's why it's so amazing, like how Factorial runs so fast, you know? And of course they've had many, many years to work out this kind of problem, but yeah, it's a big thing to do. This isn't some little baby problem. This is serious optimization. We're worried about optimization. Yeah, it's just trying to make conveyors run faster, you know. And they almost do. But, you know, another part of me right now is telling me this isn't exactly a good thing to be doing before early access. I have conveyors working really reliably as they are now, and part of me does kind of worry that doing this right now is stupid because I'm going to break my conveyors again right before early access, and I'm not going to have time to fix them. Right, so... And there's probably other things that I should be attending to anyways. So, we got an ad starting in 1 second. I do apologize. I don't know. I would love to just dominate this problem. What is this? Child is not a child of this node. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, man. I'll wait for the ad. Oh, man. Factorial, they buffer sections to be queues instead. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to optimize it. Although it would require a very different system. Like, that would be a full rework. Because it... Oh, wait. That is still going. Yeah. Oh, you're on YouTube too? Are you getting ads or not? Yeah, now that the ad is over, what I wanted to say was that, yeah, changing that into a queue would be a big rework. I do that same system with underground belts, but... Meeting social the ad popped up, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I very much worry about this change. Well, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna make this change right now. It's too risky. I do want to improve performance of conveyors more, but the last thing I want is for me to accidentally break everything and not be able to fix it before early access, right? So I am going to make the decision not to do this right now. I need to be careful because I need the game to be ready. right? But I will definitely be revisiting this, especially once early access is actually up and stable. Then I'll kind of have the freedom to, you know, play around a little bit with performance stuff and see if I can get it running better. I think the probably most important thing is making sure that the game is fun. That's pretty important, so... I would quite like to do that first. See some new things. Yeah, rain. That's a new thing, right? Oh, I'm upset about my family. Uh-oh. Oh, what's up with that? Of course, only if you feel comfortable talking about that. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Mom's back outside, my brother's back to his city. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am sleepy. Yeah, I got the little squish there over here. He's a goofy little goober. Alright, is there anything anyone can think of? Or things that you would like to see? Oh yeah, collectors have an animation now. Where are they at? Yeah, there's some over here. Let's go up to these ones up here. But yeah, they have that little thing now. And when the bees get close, it opens. And the items go in, and then it closes back when the bees leave. Yeah. It's a nice little animation. I'm kind of glad I added it. Right now what's on my mind is trying to think of how to make the game more fun. Any thoughts on that? Should probably also add ticks, moving stuff at a consistent interval. Well, yeah, I mean, the thing with adding a tick system is I would have to completely rework everything. Also, the problem is, like, with ticks is it's very, if your game starts to lag, it slows down. Like, for example, Factorio has the tick rate and then your frame rate, which is usually always capped at 60. When Factorio starts to lag, the whole game just slows down. Like, it just gets slower. And I don't really want that for Starground, just because it is a little annoying. Also, changing it to be ticks instead of, like, you know, dynamic with the delta time would be an absolute terrible thing to do. I would have to basically rebuild everything in the game. So it's set in stone out as now. Things use delta time, and I've deemed it so. Yeah, just like Minecraft. Yeah, I mean, essentially all that is just they don't use delta time for entity movement and stuff like that. And then as soon as it does start to get slow, they just slow down, right? And while that is a good system, it's kind of too late for Starground. I think it's just going to be a nightmare to try to implement that. And a lot of the times you don't really need a tick system. The thing is that hosting Starground is like peer-to-peer. Right, so you don't need to have that consistent internal clock on the server. exactly. But yeah. But what's your time zone? So when you're streaming. Oh yeah, the Discord timestamp generator, yeah. My time zone, not stone. Mountain Daylight Time is my time zone. Although sometimes it's not daylight time, it's standard time. It just depends on depends on the part of the year. So, but yeah. Also, what if there's multiple of the same item? It stacks them instead of individually. Like, for what case would that happen? So I'm just wondering what you mean. Like with conveyors and stuff? Oh, man. Yeah, there's no way that a conveyor can ever have more than one item because of how I have the code set up. So that's not really a concern for delta time and stuff. Unless you're saying that should be a feature. Which actually they're adding to Factorio for the expansion, which is weird, but kind of cool. But I'll probably hold off on that for now, because that is quite odd, yeah. I think if we get to that point, I'm gonna stop using conveyors for item transportation, and we're gonna find a better solution. Like trains, for example. Swapping it out from speed to capacity is gonna be the solution for that. Think you know something? Yeah, what's up? What if we make the conveyor's path be predetermined? Okay. I'm listening. The path is already set for the items to go through it. It technically kind of is in a way because I'm using tweens, which does have a predetermined like set path for items to move along. So I don't know if it would really help with anything. Also, it would be weird because I'd have to totally change how they work. Because how it is now, essentially they just check for the next one. If it's empty, it pushes an item into the next one. But changing it to a predetermined path would be kind of odd. Because I guess I'd have to constantly be recalculating the path. Yeah, maybe. It would be hard though. Because also now, if it's like that with the path, you can't really check with movers for new items and stuff like that, so it becomes kind of complicated. Solves one problem, but kind of opens up a whole load of new ones. That's how most of these optimization things go usually, with this at least. So, like, not tweening between tiles, but on a long conveyor. Yeah. No, I mean, I get what you mean. Like, essentially, it would just be one path connected to the rest of the conveyors. It's a long, yeah. I mean, like, maybe. It's just, yeah, it would be hard. Has there been more borrowing of code since the shader? I can't really confirm anything because I can't see the code, right? But I mean, oh, I gotta get the eye drop in. I know there's definitely been, some things that are oddly suspicious. For example, when you place down a building, it does the exact same animation in the little dust particles. Which, to be fair, is, you know, something that's not very unique or whatever. I mean, anyone could come up with that idea. But it is interesting that it's basically the exact same. But yeah, it's hard to really know which code could potentially be borrowed, because I can't see the code base, obviously. So. But I definitely know the shader is identical. Like, definitely the same. Just because it's such a specific, like, people don't just accidentally put in the same, like, code for this movement, but yeah. How about just making this path straight, but it'll be divided into multiple chunks because of intersections and turns. Maybe turns can be path too. I mean, I do like the idea. I get what you're saying. It would probably have to be reworked from the very beginning, though. I'd basically have to delete conveyors from Starground and start from scratch to change their whole system. And the problem, like, that would work great for conveyors. The problem, though, is interfacing with everything else. So interacting with movers and interacting with underground belts. It just becomes, yeah, quite a little bit more complicated. Right. So, I mean, here's the thing. The system works for now. It works well, reliably, and performance is fine. So I'm kind of like, I think I'm gonna just stick with this for at least early access. I really don't want to introduce more bugs because my whole goal right now is trying to eliminate as many as possible. But it's definitely something I'm gonna be revisiting after early access launch, and I can kind of figure out what we can do with that. But yeah. Made it look so easy. I have to drop it on the side and then let it drip in. Oh yeah. I'm just used to it. I've done eye drops for so long. Because with the contacts and stuff, you do a lot of eye drops. Especially you just get used to touching your eyeballs. Because I have to put the contacts in. I sucked at it. Oh man, when in the beginning, trying to put my contacts in and stuff. I just couldn't do it. My eyes were too sensitive, you know? But I'm pretty good at it now. You get used to it. Hopefully I won't have to wear contacts for much longer, though. Well, yeah, I used to wear a lot of contacts, but this past month I've had to wear glasses because I have astigmatism, and it changes the shape of my cornea, and I'm getting LASIK surgery on the 1st. So I have to not wear my glasses. But yeah. But I can't wait to not wear them anymore. I hate glasses so much. That's just sexier. It is true. But there are so many downsides to these stupid things. I just can't take it anymore. They get dirty. I can't see. My peripheral vision is like cut off. They get scratched, and that's it, right? If I don't have them around, I can't see. It puts pressure on my nose and everywhere. I'm just like, this is why I got contacts in the first place, because of how much I hate glasses. And I'm fine with contacts, don't get me wrong. But there are some big downsides of contacts. Do not fall asleep in them, because they will get stuck to your corneas and it hurts a lot. So that's not good. And it's just a general, like, risk with contacts of, like, infection and all that. You know, obviously if you keep up with your cleaning them and stuff, it's fine, but it's also just a lot of maintenance work for contacts, so. But yeah. It's the best out of all of it is gonna be not wearing contacts or glasses. I'm pretty excited about it. It'll be really nice. Sorry, I didn't realize I was on Little Boy Games. Dang. Let's see. You said I want to steal your code and implement like 5 ways to run tests. Honestly, you're welcome to. Like, I'm totally fine people like looking at the code and experimenting with it for people that I'm, you know, like sure aren't gonna do anything bad, right? Yeah, there is a modding thing in the Discord. I mean, you can decompile the game and mess around with it if you want, so you're totally welcome to. But yeah, it's up to you. You will have to get the specific compile of the engine, which is like the whatchamacallit? You know, the Godot Steam multiplayer peer one. But does it rain too much, guys? I feel like it might rain a little bit too much in the game. I think I'm gonna increase the time between just a smidge, maybe. Hey, my glasses always fall off, get dirty, I can't use them everywhere. Exactly. Oh god, don't get me started on VR. I just give up. Like, VR and glasses? No. Can't do it. It just doesn't work. Yeah. Is the reference sand? I hate sand. No, I don't know. I don't know what I'm on about. Yeah, it does rain now. It's a newer thing I added. I like the ambiance that it adds, so. I might actually take a look at doing some water puddles. We were messing around with it one stream, and it was just like, we couldn't figure out how to do it. But MBG actually found a video that kind of does the exact same thing that we want. And it looks pretty good, so I want to actually follow this and see if I can figure it out. But I just want to go to the code. Sad Godot. Let's see the code. I don't care about the logic. Okay. I just want to see, like, because, you know, I understand sort of what's going on here. I actually would not mind doing distortion, but let's see what we can do here. Okay, so that's the code we have. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Maybe we can do it. More puddles rather than splashes. Yeah, because it would be essentially reflecting what's on top of it. It'll make sense in 1 minute here. Let's go to the Space Hub. And let's re-add that sprite that I keep removing. You'll see in just a minute. Let's load up order. Just Googled real hard, yeah. Well, you did it. You found it, so we're good. New shader material. We're gonna add the puddle shader. Okay. Here, let me just quick add it. So this is what we had before. It almost works, but it's a little broken. So I'm just gonna delete all this. Oops. And we're gonna try this new setup. So float UV height is equal to screen pixel size dot y divided by texture pixel size dot y. And then we have vec2 reflected screen UV is going to be a vec2 screen UV dot x screen UV dot y plus UV height times UV dot y times scale dot y times, I don't need any of that. And then we say vec4 reflection equals texture, screen texture, reflected screen UV. Let me just The semicolons. And lastly, color.rgb is equal to mix reflection.rgb. I'm just gonna say vec3 white for now, but we'll change that. So we're gonna have to figure out invalid arguments. Let's just say it's reflection RGB for now. But later we'll mix that with a new color. So let's see if it works. Kind of. So the thing I'm noticing here is it's not flipping vertically. Okay, there's definitely some fixes we're gonna have to do here. So let's see, let's just make sure that we got all this code correct. The UV height is screen pixel size divided by texture pixel size. That's good. Reflected screen UV is screen UV X, screen UV Y plus UV height times UV Y. It's also just times 2 for some reason. I don't know why, but maybe that's important. Oh god. But it still does the zooming thing, doesn't it? It's kind of annoying. I guess it's because it's like, why does it do times 2? I need to set the zoom stuff? Okay. I can do that. I mean, I'm assuming it's for... Well, let's just see what it is. Oh, okay. I see. So vec2 scale. And vec2 zoom. Did zoom Y? Y zoom. Well, let's give it a try. And then uniform float Y zoom. Why is that not good? Expected okay, there we go. Now we just have to set it over here. Okay. Puddle.gd. So we just have to say material, set shader parameter, Y zoom. Oops. Get viewport dot global canvas transform dot y. Interesting. It doesn't seem to have... Oh wait, I forgot. Oh. Okay. Interesting. And then if we flip the scale, I guess it doesn't matter. Well, let me also do the scale one. Anyone here knows the story of Bing Soy? I don't. Okay, so that's the scale of the node. That shouldn't really matter, but you know. And then we also multiply it by scale. Oh? Oh, is it scale.y? Yeah. Alright, so that doesn't seem to have done anything. So is that set up properly then? And then is it possible for me to just subtract from this? So I could like do all this and then just say like -1. That does not work. Well, how come it doesn't look like that one? Am I doing something wrong in here? I might be. Okay, I'm just gonna read this very closely. Well, I got the 2 variables set up in, but it's not flipping it. I don't know if it's just because I'm doing something wrong. Like, it's just like this. Like, it's invisible, practically. So I'm just reading through it. Texture pixel size Y divided by texture pixel size, or screen, yeah. Vec2, screen UV X, screen UV Y, plus UV height, times UV Y, times scale.y, times Y zoom, times 2. Reflection is texture, screen texture, reflected UV. And then color is just that. So, for some reason, it's just like not working. I don't know if I did something wrong. But it's not flipping. Like, it's just whatever is behind it, which is good, I guess, but also it's not working. So... is there something here that I'm missing? I mean, this is what I'm doing in here. Let me make sure that isn't what I'm doing wrong. So I say get viewport global canvas transform .y. And then I do scale. Yeah, I really don't know why it doesn't work then. Z clipping? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's above everything. Yeah. Yeah, feel free to check that, because I don't see what the issue is. Hey, what's up? Are they using a sneaky negative scale? I'm looking close at this right now. I don't see any negatives. Because you would think that, right? But... scale, zoom. Unless it's the fact that the sprite itself has a negative Y scale. So let me just confirm that, right? I mean, it could be. So, I mean, let's just try it. Let's go in here and just say minus scale for fun. But it clearly doesn't do anything, so... yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Unless scale just isn't being set. I mean, that could be it. Yeah, I can link the video. There it is. So I could get this working, I think it'd look really good. Get nice puddles. And then it sets scale to whatever the scale is. Yeah, here's the shader code. Feel free to take a look at that. What's up? I have a plus instead of a minus? Right here? I mean, it's a plus on the video, which is what's confusing to me. But yeah, I'll flip it. It's still invisible. Am I just doing something wrong? I don't know what did it, like what broke it, you know? Why is it just invisible? It is a plus on the video, yeah. What did I do? Is it the zoom that did it? Like, I don't know why it's just not even showing up at all now. Okay, well now it shows up, but yeah. It's not corrected for the zoom. But now it is. But I could do minus. That doesn't change anything. I don't know why they multiply it by 2. Like what that even achieves. Seems like I can multiply by any value I want and it makes no difference. So I don't know what's up with that. Is it the fact that I'm using a sprite instead of a color rect? I mean, that would be kind of weird if it was, but... Size. Yeah. I mean, this is a color rec now. It's made no difference. So... I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's in the fragment shader. It's probably something stupid. Oh. What's going on here? So, wait, what? I'm not even multiplying by... Okay. So, what? It is working now? Well, I think it is now? No, it's not really. Whoa, it is though, kind of. Oh, that's so weird. I don't know why it, like, didn't work. Maybe I just had to get out of the scene. Sometimes that does happen, actually. But yeah, let me just put in your code just to make sure it's all what I expect. I mean, it looks good. I don't know why it just didn't like compile or something. I don't know what's up, but we're fine. But this is just a sprite, so I mean, we're good. We're good to go. But now we can make it look good. There's all sorts of things that we could do. One thing I would love to do is kind of like warble the UV. And I think we can do that pretty easily. We have this funny little shader that this guy made. It's called what did I call it? I think it's called a wind shader. And I think this shader could help us here. I think this could be a really good thing for us. But yeah, I mean, actually, though, this could be kind of good because we can like grab each vertice and kind of warp them around like a wave, maybe. Although I guess that's not what we want, is it? We want it to just be inside of the sprite. So I'm actually going to look at how they go about that. I think they use a noise texture, which, why not? Yeah, it'll look weird if But I would like some distortion. Maybe we don't like... what we could do is maybe we don't change the distortion over time, but we just add distortion. So... you use sign time with UV. We can. Let's just see what it looks like. Void vertex. And then we have to say... like whatever you did in your wind shader. Vertex. What is that going to do? Gone. I guess let's try like that. Imagine we make a distortion that if you step on it, distorts that. That would be pretty fire. It's actually not that hard to add, I would think. Whoa. Wind shader acquired, guys. Yeah, so we can't do it with the vertex because it moves like the... it doesn't move the UV, which is quite weird. Yeah. No, it would be pretty easy because it isn't like a node, so we can just say if the player is over it, then activate the wave, right? I would love to figure out how we could do a radial, like, splash, you know what I mean? I don't know how that would work. A radial wave, you know? Shock wave, if you will. Oh, you can just normalize it. Normalize UV minus center. I don't know how that would work. And then you just say UV minus the shock wave. Do we want to try it just for fun? And then all we just say is just down to here, texture, UV minus this. Oh, what do we got? Hey! Thank you, MBG. I appreciate it. Whoa. Okay, so then now if we modify that value, which is force. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's quite odd. I'm sure there's more to the more steps. Oh, posture check. Don't recommend trying to make a multiplayer sandbox game with mod support. It's so difficult. It is difficult. Yeah. But it's kind of too late, isn't it? I don't know. Mod support's we'll get to it one day. It's not really any official mod support yet, but yeah. It's not easy though, is it? Center, that's just where it's positioned. That'd actually be kind of fun if we could randomize the position of it. So yeah, I'm just looking at this video to see like how we can do this. The donut shape, that's what we need to figure out. Okay. I see the tech. We're gonna try it. Too far into my sandbox multiplayer game. Stop. Oh yeah. It's kind of a sandbox. It's not as sandboxy as like something like Gmod. But you know. It is maybe a little bit. But yeah, it's a combo of automation and dungeoning. So I guess it's more linear in that sense. Is anything as sandboxy as guess not. But yeah, what game are you working on? I need to check it out. So welcome to drop a link or whatever if you want. Okay, so I'm looking at this code. It's gonna be pretty whack. It adds a lot of things. Essentially now we need... Okay, we already have this ratio, so that's epic. I'm just gonna call this ratio. And change it down here from... what was it? UV height to ratio. There you go, burr.
Hash shit or go burr.
You just said burr. You didn't do anything weird. Pixel size divided by screen pixel size. Oh, that's not the same, is it? But ratio equals... Man, too bad that he's dropping out. Nah, he's old. Screen pixel size. But I'll miss his funny antics. Back to scaled UV equals screen UV. Thank you for all the people that do the hard work, so I don't have to. This would take me so long to figure out. Plus vec to 0.500. Okay. Oh man. Getting there. Next up is float mask equals 1.0 minus smooth step. Size minus 0.1. Size. Length scaled UV minus center. And that's all times. Smooth step, size minus thickness, minus 0.1, size minus thickness, length scaled, UV minus center. Okay, so now we need a few new things. We need uniform size and uniform center. This will be a vec2, and size will be a float. Also, we don't have thickness either. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So we also need uniform float thickness. This better work. Shoot! Oh. Oh! We've done it. We've done it. But now we actually have to tie it together. So we have to do display as force times our mask. Okay, you guys ready for this? So we should be able to modify these values. Let's give it a little bit of thickness. Whoa. Alright, center needs to be in the center. And then we can say thickness is pretty tiny. And then size. Guess the force is how extreme it is. Weird. I don't know what's going on here, but it's pretty weird. It's kind of like almost right. Well, first off, let's lower the force because it's pretty extreme. I feel like the center is not in the center, you know? I'm just making sure I haven't missed anything else here. We should be good to go. So, okay. Where is this center at? Yeah, see, the center needs to be, I think on the X is like 0 or something. Maybe it needs to be 0.25. Then now size. Okay, no, because now that's off. Maybe that. Okay, so you can see where the center is, though, right? Right, you can see the center. It's just very, very tricky. It's not exactly easy to line up. I don't know why the center point is so weird. Okay, but now we can do size. You see that? Let's just get that center. Oh. Oh. It doesn't move with the screen. That's very, very weird. Does anyone know why that might be? BG? Maybe. Looks like a black hole. It's so strong, it just tears a hole in it. Man, what is going on here? This is crazy. The size is massive. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, no problem. Totally happy to read you. Yeah, welcome in. I'm just having some shader fun right now. Oh. So we're basically looking at adding like puddles because I added rain and I would like to add puddles too because that would just be cool. But it's very wacky. Yeah. Because for some reason when we zoom out, the shockwave of our puddle is not following the screen. Because I guess this is really more of a screen space shader. But I would love to be able to figure out how we can make this follow the center. And not do this, because it's a little weird. Yeah, shader fun. Shaders, shaders aren't really fun, per se, but, you know. I love shaders, though. Shaders can do really amazing things, and I would just love if I could get better at them, but it's so hard. Nah, T-Rex footstep pulses, yeah. No, I need to, it would be cool if you stepped on the puddle and then it, like, does a little effect. Oh, you're cooking some stuff? That's all good. So I have the, like, thing working MBG, right? Like, it does the shockwave and actually works pretty well. My problem, though, is that it's odd. Because it doesn't follow the object. Do you know how I could go about fixing that? I mean, I'm assuming it has to do something with how we have, like, with screen UV stuff, right? But I just have no idea. It is very chowder-like, yeah. It also doesn't scale with zooming in and out and stuff. It's pretty insane. If we could just get it working, it'd be nice, yeah. indeed, yeah. Haven't touched shaders yet. Just learning Godot a few weeks ago. Oh, nice, yeah. Yeah, you're saying that like you just picked it up. That's awesome. Yeah, what you've got going on is pretty good for only knowing Godot for like a few weeks, so that's pretty good. Yeah, like I'm getting pretty comfortable with Godot, other than shaders. Shaders is still the hardest part of Godot right now. So yeah. Tried using UV instead of screen UV and scaled UV? I can try that. Oh, that might actually do it. Oh, it's so close. You're a genius, MBG. We're right there. We just have to, for some reason, it's like... Ah. I think I just have to multiply it by our UV height variable or something like that. Oh. It does it for a minute? No, that is not right. Almost looks like the shaders are in JS. Yeah, almost. It's I think this is GLSL is what this language is. OpenGL shading language. What's actually great about this language is it's kind of universal. So if you have another program that uses GLSL, you can convert it into a Godot shader really easily, which is awesome. But it's super cool because you can just go and find any GLSL shader anywhere and put it straight into Godot, and it's awesome. Use shader, sadly, yeah. I mean, no, they're definitely tricky to get into, but I'd recommend it. Honestly, if you want to start using shaders, go to godotshaders.com. So what's lovely about this website, all of these shaders are completely free. So a lot of these are CC0, which means they're public domain and you can modify them, do whatever you want with them and sell them even. So it's great. There's a bunch of really cool shaders here, and these are all ready to go. You don't have to make them yourself, which is great. I've been trying to use these more as learning how to make my own, because I really would love to learn how to make shaders like this, right? And I'm getting better over time with it. It's very tricky, though. I just have to get used to a lot of these weird, you know, terms and stuff, right? But there's so many cool shaders here. I'd definitely take a look at this. It's, yeah, pretty awesome. So, check it out, though, if you want to do shader stuff. And once you have all the, like, all you have to do to use one of these shaders, it's like, okay, let's look for canvas group, or, you know, canvas item shader. Like this burning shader, for example. The shader code is right here. You just copy it. You paste it into a new shader that you create. We're so fast, yeah. No, it's great, honestly. This is a fantastic resource for this. You know, this rain, this is a shader, right? And shaders are wonderful. You know, fun fact, conveyors, my conveyor belts are shaders. Shaders are lightning fast, too. That's another great thing, right? If you make something a shader, it's going to run super well, which is also great. Yeah, I know. It's such a cool thing. What I love about it, too, is that it all uses the same shader, like the same reference to the same, like, code, or not even code, but the same resource. So all of them are just naturally in sync with each other. They all just line up properly and stuff, and it's just because they use the same, like, the same reference to the same shader, and it's awesome. It runs super fast. I was able to remove a bunch of my old conveyor code that handled that, you know, with, like, actually moving the Y position. Now it's just a shader, and it works great. And this is actually a super easy shader to make, honestly. I can show you the shader even. But it was surprisingly easy. I was like, oh man, this is it. You basically just say color is the texture, and then you mod the UV. Time times speed. That's it. It's so easy. This is what I love about shaders. You can do some really incredible things with them. Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. That's why I love shaders. They're freaking awesome. You can do so much. That's why I want to learn them more, you know? And just like get good at it. Someday I hope that I can be as good as MBG is at shaders. But yeah, it's hard. It is hard. But sometimes, you know, you get a really easy shader like this, and that's pretty nice. So yeah. But yeah. What time are we at? I am gonna have to go eat dinner here in just like a second. But oh, you sent me what you had for a black hole shader. Okay, let's see. Center curve. I'm just seeing if you do any like. So you did screen UV minus diff. Interesting. Oh, you sneezed an ad. Let's go. Thank you. Yeah. No, yeah, whenever I'm like talking and doing something important, definitely feel free to snooze the ad. I always like to keep just like one more snooze credit just in case we get raided. But yeah. All the good shaders, suck the mouse settings. Oh, me too. I have turbo, so I never miss anything. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, turbo's pretty good. I haven't gotten it. I probably should get it because you know, hopping into so many different people's streams all the time with the raids, it would be pretty nice to not watch ads. But although, here's a secret. I do apologize for this. I have an ad blocker for Twitch because I hate ads. I know it's not supporting anybody, but you know, I resent the ads. Hey, oh man, 5 community subs. That's insane. Thank you so much for that. Let's go. Dang. Yeah, that's crazy. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. God, we have so many subs now. Everyone keeps gifting so many subs. I really appreciate it. Oh man, that's probably killing the bit, right? Thank you so much for that, though. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. That's really cool. Man. Try to use the first part of the code I've sent you, but not the last line. I just want to shut up. Okay. So let's see. First part of the code, but not the last line. Okay. So yeah, let me put this in and see what's going on. So curve value is distance center. Diff, normalize. Wouldn't use screen UV or anything that ties it to the screen. Okay. Yeah, because I think the problem here is that it's using the screen pixel size for this. And I think that may be why I'm running into weird issues with that, right? Let me see if I can remove ratio from here. What if I just set it to 1.0? Because, oh, yeah. There we go. So I think what it was is that since this is a screen space shader, usually putting this in corrected it for that, right? For the resolution of the screen. But since this is now not a screen space shader and only in the sprite, yeah, that tends to mess it up a little bit. But epic. So now this works. So I can just set this to something like pretty low, and then now I can mess with size. And that's how we do our puddle. Let's go, dude. Yeah, it looks good. And then now we can also, like, that can happen when a player walks on it. And we can do some other stuff with that, too. Yeah, this is great, though. I mean, we can just, like, put this wherever we want, you know, a puddle. It'll automatically, copy whatever is above it, which is sick. So it looks like it's reflecting it. The only thing that I'd like to do is just mix it in with like a little bit of a blue tint, because obviously it's weird how it's not tinted, you know. I'm also gonna snooze this ad. But that should be pretty easy to do. So let's do that. So we just have to say uniform sampler 2D. See, I'm getting better, guys. And then now we have our color. Oh, we have to give it a hint, though. Hint. Default white. Oh, yeah. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hey, what's up? How's it going? This should work. New... Let's see. Is it not a sampler 2D? Thought it was. Maybe it's not. Let me look this up. Oh, hint color. Maybe? No. Oh, right. Hint color is now source color. But it's still empty, so I must be doing something wrong. Maybe it's not a sampler 2D. Is it like a... I don't know, what would it be? Or maybe just Vec4 color, source color. There we go, yeah. Then now we can apply a color that we can tint it by. Yeah. So we should be able to just say times, color, I believe. Actually, we'll have to mix it, but pretty close. Oh, we even have transparency, man. Let's go. Actually, wait, no, I think that's right. Or we need to add it, that's what it is. Doing good. Starting a new job next week, and I'm nervous. Oh, yeah. Well, I wish you the best of luck on that. I haven't, dove into the job world yet, so I don't really know, like, you know, what it entails, but I hope it goes well for you. Okay, so we have two options. We could either mix it like this, or we could add it. Adding it would make it brighter than the surrounding environment, which I think would look better. So we can do that. Although what we have to do is we just have to add the RGB, I think. So color.rgb. And then we can just set this color to be... Oh. Oh, right. I have to do... Let's fix this. Actually, let's just do it on the end. It's going to be easier this way. Let's just say color plus equals color.rgb. Vec4 and... Okay. There we go. That works. Now I can set this to be like basically black is the lowest, and then we can get a brighter color that mixes on top of it. So I'll probably do mostly blue, like a little bit of green, and then lower the value. So now we get this, and this actually looks really good, I think. It definitely looks like a puddle, I would say. So that's good. So it's just a little bit brighter. It looks like it's kind of shiny from the water. And we could continue to modify this, maybe even. Maybe I could, on top of our little wave shader thing that we set up with the size like that, we could also do like a little bit of a wave, because, you know, when it's raining, when these puddles appear, speak of the devil, the raindrops will be hitting it, right? So I would love to be able to figure out how to do like a raindrop shader too, and build it into the shader. It'd be pretty cool, but that would be pretty crazy though. But we'll definitely get into that at some point. But yeah, it's good though. I think I'm glad I didn't redo all the conveyors because that would be a nightmare. I'm gonna keep working away at all, you know, just minor bug fixes and stuff, and maybe try to add some stuff to the game as well before early access, because that is coming up very soon. Yeah, it's going good though. I hope early access will be good. I hope my hopes is that people have fun and that there isn't any game-breaking issues, because that tends to not be fun. So yeah. Yeah, I am gonna have to end off the stream. Let's snooze that ad. And let's go pick somebody to raid. Yeah, I gotta go eat now. Yeah, I gotta go eat. Oh, okay. So who do we want to raid? We got some options. Let me take a look at our group. See if there's anybody in here.
I've never had any issues with.
I haven't raided him before. No way, who's that? Wait, didn't I get a follow from her? Oh yeah. Let's raid them, why not? We could. I mean, I just want to raid as many different people as possible. Just because I always like to do that. Yeah, Scary Pastry is stream. I think next stream we'll raid Scary Pastry, because it is about due, right? But I want to raid some of the new people in the indie developers group, just because, you know, yeah, as previously aforementioned. Yeah, thank you everybody so much for coming to the stream. I do appreciate it, and you know, welcome all the new people too, which is always awesome. So yeah, feel free to join the Discord if you want to look at sneak peeks of things and whatnot, notifications for streams, all the stuff, you know. And yeah, I'll also obviously put up an announcement on here when Starground is released into early access. But feel free to wishlist the game on Steam. It will be out Wednesday. So, yeah. But yeah, stream is ending. I do apologize, but it's time. I've gotta get going. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid this person. Raid message will be Big Boy Raid, the classic. I can't think of anything else with Tree of Wisdom emote. All right, I'm gonna start that raid, but thank you everybody. And yeah, the day is coming up. Hopefully release goes well. We'll see. It's yeah, a lot of stuff going on. All right, well, I'll see you gamers over there. Thanks for coming to the stream. I will be live tomorrow, same time, by the way. But yeah. Yeah, just look at my Twitch schedule. Raid message to reiterate. Big Boy Raid. All right. Bye, everybody. And thank you.